are, so the viewers and listeners can kind of pay attention to the new roles and responsibilities that come with the new coaches this year.
Yeah, and it's a volatile profession. There's two types of coaches, hired and fired, and sometimes I wonder which one I am on a daily basis. But we have Coach Reed Eichenberger, who's coming in from Ponder, and he's going to be defensive line and special teams, and he helps with our tight ends and H backs. He's a huge addition for us. All the guys that we added are just great human beings, and that if you're a great human being, it's easy to be a great coach. And so we're really glad that Coach Eichenberger's here. Joey Stone's come to us from Princeton. He is doing wide receivers and secondary. And again, just another great human being and brings a wealth of experience. He has a lot of coordinator experience from his time in Plano. And he has some skins on his wall. He coached Rex Burkhead and some guys, some big names. So it's pretty neat to have him around. And then we also brought in Keith Peacock, who, of course, his brother Kyle is the current offensive coordinator and has been for a couple years. And then Keith was on staff previously. And so it's been really, really nice to have Keith come in from Reedy High School there in Frisco. And he's doing the offensive line and helps with the defensive line. And just the energy that he brings and the knowledge that he brings really it makes a big difference. And then we added Chris Young and Colby McKay. They're both kind of helping at the high school, just kind of getting where they fit in. You have to be a Swiss Army knife because their junior high is going to be the main responsibility for them, and they're doing a really good job of learning the ropes and chipping in however they can, and they're doing a fantastic job. But again, the five guys that we added they're good human beings, and that's hard to come by. But we're happy to have them for sure. And the good thing is the guys that they replaced. They moved on to different jobs, better jobs. It wasn't, we have no hard feelings with the guys that left, and so that's usually an unusual thing. Usually somebody will find a way to work their way out, and we just had guys left just because of the moving on in the profession, and we were able to replace them with quality human beings.
So I got a question now, more specifically to the team this year. So, new season, same coordinator, same head coach on the offensive side specifically, but new season brings new wrinkles. Specifically on offense this year, Max Holler. He was an effective passer last year, but his explosion in the run game is what really separated him, and it really helped drive the offense. So this year, I've heard great things about the new quarterback Wyatt Smith. But I imagine nothing against him, just how explosive Max was. I imagine it's hard to fill those shoes in that explosion in the run game. What wrinkles might we see or notice in the offense this year that might help fit Wyatt a little more in the offense than just per se, Max?
I mean, first off, is if you could have told me that we were going to be able to effectively replace Jacob Pitts, um, and go right into Max Holler, and what a blessing that was. Um,
Yeah.
I would have called you a liar. And then now, we don't know much about Wyatt. He hadn't played a varsity snap yet in a live game, but I know he's a great kid, and I know he's a hard worker, and he's done his due diligence to try to learn everything that he can learn. But we'll find out a whole lot more about Wyatt Smith at 7:30 on Friday night, and he does a fantastic job. He has really good command of the offense. Um, but even when we had Max, the game plan changed week to week. How we wanted to attack a defense changed week to week. That's going to be the same thing with Wyatt. It's going to be about how we choose to attack the defense, and you don't replace Max Holler as a runner. I'll go on record, because this will be on record, and say that Max Holler was the best running quarterback in Texas high school football last year. You can, that shallow water game says enough. What he did in the playoffs says enough. He almost rushed for 2,000. He passed for 1,500. That's insane. But you don't replace Max with another Max. And so what we need Wyatt to be Wyatt. We need Wyatt to use his God-given ability to maximize what we can do with the offense. And so if that's enough coach speak for you to dance around the question,
Yeah.
Look like
I
Wyatt
would expect nothing less. I listened to the Bearcat Insider. Say it again, John.
I say it looked like Wyatt he can really spin it. He's throwing it around nicely in the scrimmages from what I saw.
Yeah, and it's he's a very capable quarterback. Like I said, we don't know if we don't know what he is, except we know he's a great kid that's worked hard and put himself in a position to start for the Pilot Point Bearcats, and that says something. If you're starting for the Pilot Point Bearcats, it says something. We're a special program, and he's going to be a leader of a special team.
So off script a little, just because we're doing this early, we hadn't personally got to look around and see much game film. I'd like to just get in a little bit on what you think about Plainview, and obviously not too many details, but what can we expect to see from Plainview on Friday night?
They're a good football team. If y'all go back to last year, we had all that we wanted for the first 3 quarters, and then we kind of pulled away late. And even though the score was about I don't remember the score off the top of my head. It was about a 20-point. I was about to say I think it was about a 20-point spread. It did not feel like a 20-point spread on the sideline. It felt like we were on pins and needles almost the whole second half because of how explosive they are. And that's going to continue. They bring back a veteran quarterback now, Reese Taylor, that can throw the crap out of the deep ball, and he's mobile. He's throwing to one of the top receivers in Oklahoma, and also a guy that is probably going to get drafted by the Major League Baseball with Morgan Pearson out at receiver. And then they have a very capable duo at running back. Number 32, Caden Pickens, is a great running back, and he's a fantastic linebacker. And then
he was all over the place
he has a backfield mate that's just as good. Offensive line, they're big and physical. They're going to give us all that we want. If we are to happen to walk out of Ardmore, Oklahoma, at Plainview High School with a victory, we earned it. It is a perennially good football team that we're going against.
Coach, we're looking forward to it. I want to thank you for spending some time with us today on the Custom Roofing and Construction Bearcat pregame show. That's all I have, and we'll be there early Friday night, ready to bring the game live and cheer on the Bearcats.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir. Go
Bearcats.
All right. Hey, thank you, guys, and go Bearcats.
All righty. And we're back to the Custom Roofing and Construction pregame show. And we're going to start off this segment. This is going to be our preview to the game 1, week 1. Football season's finally here. We're ready to play some football, 7:30 Friday night. And I'm going to kick this off with a little depth chart I have of what looks like it's going to be the starters for the Bearcats this year. So we're going to start with the offensive line. And we're going to start with left tackle Aaron Stripmatter, left guard Dak Morgan. Then we have our center Alfonso Ortiz, our right guard Eddie Batista, our right tackle Quentin Cox. And then we're going to go to receivers. We got Cade Carter playing splitting out left. We got our Z as Aston Kirby. We've got Crew Chandler playing in the slot. And we got Aiden Cox playing the X on the far right side. And in the backfield, we got Wyatt Smith playing quarterback, and next to him is going to be Ish Harris playing the traditional tailback role with Alex Puga, who came on the scene late last year in the playoffs playing H-back for us. So that's going to be the starting side of the ball for the Bearcat offense. On the defense, we got Alex Puga playing the bear position, which was kind of a blitzing type outside linebacker, if I remember correctly. And then we get into some of these. The defensive line, we got Eddie Batista, Ryan Riney playing the nose tackle, and then back to Aaron Stripmatter playing the quick tackle, and then playing the other outside linebacker is the infamous number 27, Curly Brockman.
Let's go, Curly.
Who we just had a great time with last year. He would put his head in anywhere to make a tackle. You need kids like that,
Yeah, he's playing backup running back as well. He'll get some carries.
Yeah, he's Ish Harris's backup.
Yep.
So, and then starting outside linebacker, playing the linebacker positions. We got Aiden Cox, and then we got it looks to be Alejos. I gotta find Alejos' first name, but Elias Alejos, maybe sophomore. Last year I believe he was just kicking, but this year it looks like he's going to be playing linebacker. I'll probably get corrected if I'm not right on that. But the depth chart definitely says Alejos here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Eddie Gatan Alejos. Cornerbacks, we have Aston Kirby playing on the left side and Crew Chandler playing on the right side. And then in the safety positions, we have Ish Harris making his way to free safety this year, and Jace Williams playing the strong safety. So got some new kids on the roster this year. New kids stepping up, making their first starts Friday night. And something Coach Marsh brought up that I think was right is you think you might know what you have in practice, but you don't really know until 7:30 in that first game. So we've got a lot to see from a lot of new kids this year.
Absolutely.
So now that we've went through the roster here, let's dive into Plainview a little bit. Plainview runs kind of a traditional spread style offense. They just like most spreads in this classification, they do mostly running stuff out of the spread. But I don't believe I remember many explosive runners, but, man, they had some tough runners. They had some of these middle linebackers that they had playing on the defensive side of the ball, toting the rock, hard to tackle, got to gain tackle and bring him down. We got Reese Taylor. He was a quarterback last year. He's returning and playing quarterback for him this year again. And he has definite weapons on the outside that he's going to throw to that I'm sure that you're going to cover. But
sure.
I believe Coach Marsh told us earlier, one's looking like he could be drafted, different sport, but a good enough athlete to be drafted in the Major League Baseball draft.
Yeah,
so
Morgan Pearson, he's a junior, and he's already got offers on the football side. I think actually football and baseball from OU and OSU.
Well, that's definitely impressive. Now they did graduate the kid who had at the time we played him had a scholarship offer from Southern Illinois. Who was or was he committed to OU as well?
You talking about?
They had the receiver who had a big commitment.
The wide receiver? I'm not sure.
He might have been committed to OU for baseball as well, though.
Yeah,
but he was quite an athlete, and he definitely got us deep at the end of the first half and some plays late in the second half.
That's Morgan Pearson. Yeah, he's number 10. That's Morgan Pearson. But he's just a junior.
Oh wait, no, that's the same kid though that he didn't graduate. Yeah,
exactly.
That's right. Only something we had to chase him around last year, so I'm sure the coaches are going to be prepared for that this year.
Yeah, and the running back, Ryan are Blue Norman number 22 and Caden Pickens number 32. Those are the ones that are going to carry the ball for him.
Both good names, good football names, Blue Norman and Caden Pickens. Caden Pickens was he ran the ball some, but he was also that linebacker that was just all over the field all year, wasn't he?
Absolutely.
Man, yeah, he's trying to get his head in on every tackle. So let's go into who you think the players to watch this year are going to be for the Bearcats, and then on the other side of the ball for the Indians.
Yeah, for the Bearcats, the three I've got for this game. The third one to watch I've got is Alex Puga, number 2. I've watched him. We saw him come on late in the playoff games last year, and then watching the scrimmages, Ryan, he is looks like he's put on 10, 15 pounds of muscle. He's filling out a little bit more. He's only a sophomore. They got him listed at 208 now, but man, he was making plays out there in the scrimmages, and so. And like you mentioned, I think he's the H-back on offense as well, so he's going to be asked to pick up some of that big play J production on the offensive side. So he's my third player to watch. He's number 2, Alex Puga, and then of course we got to mention Ish Harris, my second player to watch. Of course, Ish had 1,800 yards rushing or whatever, and a million touchdowns last year, and also played. Strong corner for us, but I think they're going to move him to more of a free safety, be that security blanket. He's going to take over the free safety center field duties from Avery Smith from last year. So we'll see what. Of course, we're going to be asking a lot from Ish this entire season as far as offensive running production on the offensive side, and then defensively. I think that's where they're going to want him to play in college. So we'll see what kind of strides he makes defensively this year. And then the number 1 guy to watch, of course, is Wyatt Smith. He's going to be wearing number 5. He's a junior. It's his first time playing varsity quarterback. I know he had a real successful year on JV last year. He can really throw it. He looks like he's got a good pocket presence, good good leadership abilities from what I saw in the scrimmages. So we will see on Friday night when the lights come on if he's game ready. I think we've got to expect big things from him for our Bearcats to, like you say, play beyond Thanksgiving for sure.
Well, yep. I mean, quarterback's normally the one that's going to have to carry. The offense goes through them. So whether you run the ball, throw the ball, the quarterback's got to be that steady hand in there, keeping everybody on the same page and executing the offense. I'm excited to see what he's about. I've heard great things from the temperament to him slinging the ball around. So I'm excited to see what the offense brings for that. And we've kind of already touched on some of the Plainview kids, but you want to talk about some of them?
Yeah, real quick. We touched on all three really. The third one for me is the quarterback. He's number 19, Reese Taylor. He's a senior, so he's going to be a senior leader. 2 years ago, he was just a kind of a slot wide receiver, and then last year he took over at quarterback. And then the second guy I've got is Morgan Pearson, who's that highly touted baseball and football kid. He's a junior. He's number 10, big 6'3" or so wide receiver. Made some big plays, like you said. He had one down the sideline. If he would have gotten the end zone that last play of the first half last year, it could have been a completely different ball game. But I think Jay Cox came over and pushed him out of bounds on about the 2 or 3 yard line. So he'll be on the defensive side as well. He plays defensive back, so he's going to play both ways. Same thing I would expect from Reese Taylor. He's going to play some defensive back as well. And then my number one guy, of course, is Caden Pickens. I really liked him last year. He's got a real high motor. He's a little undersized, maybe 5'10", 5'11", but he's starting to get some attention. I saw he's got a couple of small scholarship offers. He's a real strong powerlifting kid. Can squat a house. He's going to play running back and linebacker on the defensive side. He's a senior again, and he's going to be number 32. So look out for 32, 19, and 10. Those are their guys.
From what I remember about Caden Pickens, it's kind of what I said earlier, is he's not going to necessarily run by anybody, but he doesn't really want to run by anybody. He's going to run through you, and if you're not gang tackling and wrapping up, he's going to make you pay. So the Bearcats are going to have to be sharp when it comes to tackling and gap assignment football, just right out of the gate here for the Bearcats to get off to a good start this season. So after the players are watched, we always dive into our patented John Little's number 29's key plays of the game. So let's go right into the 3 plays of the game.
Yeah, so key number three. There it is. I'll fake my keys there. Thank you, Ryan. I've got key number 3 is conditioning. If you remember last year when we got to the stadium, I think it was almost 105 degrees. And the Plainview kids really had an issue with cramps late in that game. Now it may be a little bit of a different story. This Friday, I see the forecast is like 91. It's still going to be hot. Still, you're asking a lot from these, 3A type kids where they're playing on both sides of the ball. So cramping and conditioning is going to be, certainly going to be an issue. So we're really going to find out, if the boys from Oklahoma got their conditioning all wrong or not this time around. I know,
Yeah.
Like I said, they were cramping left and right in that second half. But I will give them credit. They won the fourth quarter against us last year.
They did not quit.
30-6, and then it ended up being 30-20, and they were playing with some of their backups. Now I don't know if we weren't that familiar with the lineup at that point, so I don't know if we took our foot off the gas or what it was, but it ended up being a closer game.
I think it might have been the conditioning, because we didn't have problems cramping, but late in that fourth quarter, I think mentally we're like, okay, we wrap this up, let's take a breath, we're tired, and it showed out. It showed through in that fourth quarter, but I think you're right on it with conditioning.
Yeah, and the Bearcat coaches love to say fatigue makes a coward out of us all, and so like I said, key number 3 is definitely going to be conditioning. We're going to see who's in the best shape, I think, coming up on Friday. So key number 2, I've got discipline and execution. Again, last year, if you remember, there were a couple of real key fumbles in that game. Big Play Jay came up with one. I think Dorian Soroka came up with one in the in the second half. And also, if I remember correctly, Big Play Jay blocked an extra point and then ran it back for 2-point conversion for us. So, just little things like that early in the season. You see breakdowns and assignments and guys jumping off sides, et cetera. So that could be something to watch for on Friday. And with Wyatt Smith being a new signal caller, one thing I did notice, I like his cadence and I like his hard count. And in the scrimmages, he got a couple guys to jump from the other side. So that may be it's a nice weapon. Remember, Peyton Manning was great at that.
If you can stay disciplined on your side.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see if that's a factor. And then key number one, once again, is same song from last year. Who's going to fill their shoes? It's a 1985 classic from George Jones. And, we're looking to, we got really lucky with, or fortunate, I guess, with Max Holler replacing Jacob Pitts. We've had just years of excellent quarterback play. And so once again, we're looking for Wyatt Smith to really fill that void. And then not only that, losing our utility player of the year, Big Play Jay, and all the tackles and plays that he made in every game. So we're looking for Alex Puga to pick that up defensively, Curly Brockman, etc. Really got to make plays defensively. And then on the offensive side, again, Alex Puga and Addison Kirby and Cade Carter and Crew Chandler, all these guys really got to step up. And we'll see, if they're producing, we're going to be in good shape. We got a lot of young weapons replacing Jay and Max, and we'll see what they look like on Friday. And then of course, what's close to your heart, probably offensive defensive lines. With Jacob Scott and Caleb Holloway and those guys graduating. That's really curious to see how solid we're going to be on the offensive and defensive lines. I really like Aaron Strittmatter. I think he's made some big strides from what I saw in the scrimmages. So we'll see if Aaron Strittmatter becomes that guy on the O-line and defensive line that is really something to be reckoned with. That would really help us, I think.
Yeah, well, it's going to be an exciting time Friday night, 7:30 at Plainview Indian Stadium. I'm not entirely sure what it's called, but we're going to be there in the booth bringing you the game live. We're going to have some stats. We'll be on the YouTube stream chat, trying to communicate with everybody who couldn't make it out there. Thanks for listening through the first show. This was the Custom Roofing and Construction Bearcat pregame show. We'll be doing this every week, and see you Friday night.
Go Bearcats.
The views and opinions expressed by Ryan Menard and John Little are those of the broadcaster and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of Pilot Point Independent School District or PilotPointBearcats.com. Any content or comments provided by our broadcast team is their opinion and is not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, anyone, or anything. This broadcast of Pilot Point football may not be. The views and opinions expressed by Ryan Menard and this broadcast of Pilot Point football may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any other form without the expressed written consent of PilotPointBearcats.com. The views and opinions expressed
is Pilot Point Bearcat football on pilotpointbearcats.com.
He hits Aiden Cox in the flat. Aiden Cox going to get inside the 10. Run a man over 5. Touchdown. Woo! Man, he just showed his muscles there.
Hit that truck stick.
Yeah,
the truck stick.
We're going to go hurry. We're going to hand the ball to Ish Harris, who just absolutely levels the safety.
Now to the booth, Ryan Menard.
Had a lot of questions about the scrimmages, but we got some live action tonight, so we're looking to see some of those questions answered out here tonight.
That's what the first game's all about, right? Answering some of those questions, strapping up the pads for the first time, getting some of these guys who are used to middle school JV football, their first varsity experience. So we talked a lot about what we want to see from the Bearcats this season on our new custom roofing and construction pregame show. If you were on before we come live, you got to hear the back half of that. We're going to be doing that throughout the year, where we're going to start the pregame show with a recap of the previous game. We're going to try to have different guests throughout the year, and we'll finish it with a recap of the game we're going to be playing that week. But we had a lot of conversation on that this week, and now we're here. Feel the energy. We've talked about season expectation for the Bearcats, but John, what do you want to see tonight?
Well, Ryan, we lost a lot of production to graduation with losing Max Holler, quarterback, and Big Play Jay, offensively and defensively. Both those guys played both ways and accounted for the majority of the offense. So, really looking forward to seeing our new gunslinger, Wyatt Smith. Great first name, Wyatt, for a gunslinger. See if he can throw it around out here. And then excited to see some of these young guys, first varsity action other than kind of some mop-up duty in the playoffs. We got Crew Chandler, number 12, asking him to step up. Alex Puga again. He came on strong at the end of last year. Aston Kirby, see how he develops as a junior this year. And I think I'm looking for Aaron Stripmatter to anchor the offensive and defensive lines as a senior, number 62.
All right, so also mentioned on that custom roofing and construction pregame show was the new Pilot Point Media Guide. Newest version come out in the last day or so to prepare you for this game. New versions are going to come out every week that are going to recap the last week's game and preview the next week's game. But with all the work that Chance and Travis did, PilotPointBearcats.com did over the summer, I have some stats to pertain to tonight's season opening game for the Bearcats. So this will be Pilot Point's 77th season opener. Pilot Point is 52-19-5 in season openers to this point. Pilot Point has opened the season on the road 35 times, in which they are, I guess it would be 37 times, 25-10-2 in those 37 contests. Pilot Point last opened the season on the road in 2018, which resulted in a Pilot Point 35-7 win. Friday will be the first time in school history the Bearcats have traveled out of state to play a game. It's only the second out of state opponent we've ever had, and this, last year was the first. It was the same Plainview Indian team. This will mark the fourth time in Pilot Point history that we have played a game on August 27th, and so far in the previous three matchups we are 2-1. 2012 was the last time that Pilot Point played on the 27th, and it accounts for the only loss in the column. So 2-1 up to this point, only loss coming in the last time we played on this date. That was a 50-30 loss to Liberty Christian. Interesting fact about that loss to Liberty Christian, it's also the only time Pilot Point has ever lost on the 27th of August, and the only time they've ever lost while scoring exactly 30 points. How does that pertain to tonight? Well, last year we played the Plainview Indians for the first time, and we beat them by a score of 30-20. In all-time games where Pilot Point scored exactly 30 points, we are at 11-1. So last year was that 11th win. Pilot Point has played schools with an Indian mascot 71 times and is 41-30 in those contests. Coach Davidson, since will be coming back to Pilot Point as the head coach, is 4-0 in season openers. Pilot Point ended the year last year scoring 21+ in their last 6 games, and they also finished the season last year with their 600th win in program history. So that win against Bushland was the 600th win in Pilot Point program history, which, all the work that Chance and Travis did on this media guide, it would have been nice to know that last year, but going forward we're going to have cool stats like that at a much quicker rate. So excited to bring this one to you tonight. The national anthem has been played. Both teams seem to be getting ready to take the field. Before we do that, let's do a check of the weather and the uniforms tonight for both teams, John.
Yes, sir, Ron. So, I don't know if we put that disclaimer out, but we are in Ardmore, Oklahoma, at Plainview High School. So if you're on your way to Plainview, Oklahoma, you need to turn around and come on back. It's a long trip. But the forecast currently it's 88 degrees, just partly cloudy. There's no clouds over us here. Beautiful day. It's going to get down to supposedly about 80 by 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. Just light wind out of the southeast, and humidity about 55%. And so not quite as hot and humid as it was last year in Pilot Point when it was over 100 degrees at kickoff. As far as uniforms go, our Pilot Point Bearcats are donning the Stormtrooper look: white pants, white jerseys, white helmets. And we got the orange numbers, black outlines with Bearcats on the front, P logo with the feathers on the helmet. So as far as the uniforms are, I think he'd be pretty happy with both these uniforms. It's a good look for both teams.
Yeah, the good looking jerseys on both sides. So now that we're through that, the teams have taken the field. We got a couple minutes before kickoff, so we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll come back for the first quarter, the Ernesto's Mexican first quarter, after this quick message.
10 years ago, a Cowgirls Kennel opened with a unique approach to dog boarding. At a Cowgirls Kennel, your dog will stay in a 12 by 12 area. Let me say that again. Your dog will stay in a 12-foot by 12-foot area. That's larger than most guest bedrooms. If you have more than one dog, they can stay together. Their professional staff will give you the peace of mind so you can enjoy your trip. A Cowgirls Kennel is not just for dogs. They can accommodate your cat in their brand new catchawary. Make your reservations today at 940-600-2853. Your dogs will thank you for it. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital, Pilot Point, has been caring for animals around the Pilot Point area for the past 30 years. Large and small pets can expect a quality experience unmatched by other clinics. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point offers all the services you'd expect from your veterinarian. They provide preventative care, which includes vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs with their full-service lineup. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point, where pets are family.
All right, here we are back for the Ernesto's Mexican first quarter. Bearcats are going to tee it up for the Southern Junkie kickoff. Pilot Point is kicking off, start the game. Plainview is going to receive and take the ball first. It looks like kicking off for the Bearcats going to be number 23, Elias Alejos.
Yeah, got a new kicker season. See how he does.
Yep, so they got it teed up at the 40. The Bearcats spreading out and getting ready to kick it, stay in our lanes and cover a kick here to start the season. Kick is up. It's a good kick down the right side. Fielded at about the 13. The return is set up. Pilot Point needs to get some hats on him at about the 34-yard line. So Plainview's going to take the ball for their season opening drive at their own 34-yard line. 32, Caden Pickens, who we're going to see a lot of tonight, was on the return there.
Yeah, Caden Pickens, we're going to be calling his number quite a bit. He's a player.
Yeah, last year, he's the middle linebacker and running back, and, he runs like a middle linebacker. Hard nose, hard to bring down. Plainview breaks the tackle, or breaks the huddle. Looks like Reese Morgan, number 19, is the quarterback. He's going to have two running backs next to him. Oh, he's going to get under center. Two receivers right, one left. Handoff right up the middle to number 1. And a gang of Bearcats there, but number 1's going to drag the pile up to about the 40-yard line. Justin Gillum, number 1 for the Indians there on the carry.
Looked like the Bearcats came out, press coverage, single high safety. Box is loaded up pretty good, but Plainview still got about 5 yards out of it.
That's right. So starting lineup, Independent Financial starting lineup. So we have Ish Harris. We saw him a lot at safety in the scrimmage. He's playing corner. At linebacker, we've got Dakota David. And number 5 this year, wearing old Jay Cox's number from last year, Wyatt Smith, the quarterback, also playing linebacker. Snap is going to be a quarterback keeper around the left side. Aiden Cox couldn't get him. Reese Morgan's going to run inside the 30. Ish Harris has got to try to bring him down. Can't get it done. Missed the tackle. Quarterback number 19, Reese Taylor, takes the play to the house. Pilot Point defense had plenty of chances to try to make that tackle, just couldn't get him to the ground.
Yeah, we had two big chances in the secondary. Cornerback and the free safety both missed on him. That's one thing, is he's a 2-year starter now at quarterback, and I noticed before in the pregame, Reese Taylor looks like he's put on some weight. He's a big, strong kid. He broke a long run on us last year. Just did the same thing early in this game.
Yep. So the PAT snap, hold, kick is up, and it's good. 10:57 left in the first quarter. The Plainview Indians take a lead, and so we're gonna try to recoup, go to an ad real quick, and come back for another Southern Junkies kickoff.
Hi, I'm Jackie Collins, and I am a wellness coach and owner of the Bearcat Nutrition Den. Do you want more energy to feel great, lose weight, and improve health? If your answer is yes, then get in touch today. Get your day started with the delicious healthy meal replacement shake and energizing tea. Come and see me today at the Nutrition Den located at 432 South Highway 377, Pilot Point, Texas. I'm Jackie Collins, and I look forward to seeing you guys.
I don't care. And we're back here, so that Chandler cabinet scoring drive summary is pretty simple. It looks like it's a minute and 3 seconds, 66 yards, and 2 plays. So Plainview, that's the start you want. You know, you go out and Pilot Point laid it on them early last year. Well, Plainview tried to do the same thing, and they accomplished that on offense. So see how the Bearcat offense responds.
Yeah, we need to respond in a big way because they set the tone early right there.
Yep, that is correct. So back to return the kick here for Pilot Point. Looks to be 8 Aston Kirby and 1 Aiden Cox. And this will be a Fit Body Gym kick return we're setting up. Speaking of Fit Body Gym, we're going to have Coach Mike Phillips on as a guest on our pregame show this coming week. Co-owner, him and his wife run Fit Body Gym. This kick is a pooch kick down to the Plainview side, sails right out of bounds. So Pilot Point's going to come out for their first drive with good field position to try to answer that 2-play, 66-yard drive from the Indians.
Yeah, Dakota David did a good job on this near side. Just let that thing go straight out of bounds.
Yeah. What was a pooch kick? It definitely. I was kind of. So when I originally saw no one was going to field it, I got a little nervous. But then I saw that one of the water boys caught it, and I realized, oh, okay, makes sense. Bearcats coming from the sideline, coming straight to the line of scrimmage. So we're going to do the independent financial starting lineup. We're going to try to go, Aston Kirby, receiver on the right, with Jacob Gleiser kind of lining up at tight end. Wyatt Smith at quarterback, along with Ish Harris next to him. Receivers on the far side, Aiden Cox. And I'll get you the other number in a minute. The snap, Wyatt Smith looking to pass. He gets Aiden Cox out on the slant route. Aiden Cox hard to bring down, 50-40. Finally pushed out of bounds at about the Indian 38-yard line. So that's going to be 22 yards on the first. Oh, they're going to push him out at the. They're going to mark it at the 41. That's 19 yards on the first down. Slant route to Aiden Cox there.
Yeah, it was a nice little quick hitter. Good hands catch by Aiden and then turned it upfield.
Yeah, it looked like Preston Webb was the other receiver on that side. We're going quick. Trips right. Wyatt Smith takes a snap, hands off to Ish Harris. Ish Harris met. After only about a gain of 2 yard lines to the left side, we put 3 receivers right, a tight end on the left, and tried to run that way towards the tight end.
Yeah, Plainview defensive front really stifled us there at the line of scrimmage. Not much room to run for Ish.
No, so we're not huddling this year, it appears. We're going to get the call from the sideline. We're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to go quick. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Smith takes a snap, rolls out right, looking to pass again. He gets out in the flat. Preston Webb catches it inside the 30, inside the 25. Pushed out of bounds. See where they mark it. They're going to mark it all the way down at the 21-yard line. So the Bearcat offense is moving the ball.
Hey, Wyatt's first 2 passes look crisp, on the money.
Slinging it around, just like we talked about in the pregame show a little, that we might expect to see that some. We're liking this trips formation. Trips left, tight end right. The left, the trip side is the wide side of the field. Ish Harris still next to the quarterback. Going to look to throw the ball out. A little screen pass. Aiden Cox catch it, gets a block, makes a man miss. They're going to throw a flag out there, and already.
Looks like Aston's got a penalty here.
Yeah, he ain't wasting no time. I thought that was a pretty competitive block there, but we're going to see advanced care penalty is going to be called on Aston Kirby out there just trying to block. I didn't quite see. Was it a block in the back or a hold or something?
I think they signaled for a hold.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got a very quick glance of it, but I didn't. Maybe I'm partial. I don't know. I didn't really feel like it was a hold. It was a receiver trying to block a corner.
Yeah. Well, Plainview had Caden Pickett's coming straight up the gut for a A-gap blitz right there, and our offensive line did a good job stifling him at the line of scrimmage.
Speaking of offensive line, it looks like we got Quentin Cox playing right tackle. The numbers are kind of hard from this difference. Maybe 54 next to him. Alfonso Ortiz playing right guard. We're back in at the line of scrimmage. Snap, drop straight back for Wyatt Smith. Looks like it's going to be a middle screen. Tunnel screen. Caught Ish Harris. Room to run. Picks up a block. Outside 20. Cuts it back 15. He's going to get almost all the way enough to the first down to about the Indian 11-yard line, it looks, maybe 12. So it's going to go from a 1st and 20 to maybe a 2nd and 2. That's a tunnel screen there that looked good from the start.
Yeah, it was a good play call. I think the Pilot Point coaches saw that they're bringing a lot of pressure up the middle, so middle screen's a good play to
already at the line of scrimmage. Hard count there. Got to jump. I don't know if they threw the flag or no. Pilot Point's looking over to change the play potentially. The kid flinched, but he didn't come across. So didn't like what we see, so we're going to change the play. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ish Harris next to Wyatt Smith. Snap. Run up the middle to Ish Harris. Has a hole. 10-5. Runs the man over into the end zone. Ooh. They're going to mark him down at the 1, but that's some SEC power right there. Safety come up to make a tackle, and his helmet didn't stick with him.
Ish wants to be called danger, and that was he put a little danger on that guy.
Yep,
Watch yourself.
Yep, number 44 did eventually make the tackle, Carter Hamilton, but his helmet went flying. Going quick here. Ooh. Ish Harris basically met as he took the handoff. They're going to give him about a half yard. We're going to be inside the 1, but it's going to be 3rd and goal here, and we are in, I believe, the Point Bank red zone here, set up 2nd and goal from the 1 in the Point Bank red zone.
And that was that guy, Caden Pickens, coming up the middle.
They're bringing a lot of pressure right between the tackles here. So I anticipate a lot of us moving the pocket in those tunnel screens, which have worked on this drive here. But 2nd and goal from the 1. They bring a blitz, and they come across unimpeded. Right? Yeah, Caden Pickens tried to jump the snap there. It was a little early. So that's the 2nd advanced vet care penalty of the game. This one's going to go against the Indians. So it's going to make 2nd and goal from the 1, 2nd and goal from the half-yard line.
Yeah, they tried to move. They moved Caden Pickens to the outside on that play and blitz him from this near outside linebacker spot. But he left way too early.
So line up here. Snap, rolling out right. Ish Harris picks up the block. So his arm was moving forward. So right there, Wyatt Smith was pressured. His arm was moving forward, and when the ball come out, definitely in a passing motion. Referee's making it the right call there, incomplete pass.
Yeah, Plainview fans were hoping for a fumble there, but it was an incomplete pass.
So last year we saw a lot of under center from the Bearcats in different moments. This is one of those with the pressure that's being brought by the Indians here from from everywhere, from the outsides and the middles. I'd like to maybe try to get under center and pound this one in.
Yeah, it hasn't been our MO.
I don't know the offense well enough this year to see if that's going to be us, but we are in shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ish Harris to Wyatt Smith's left. Movement early from the Bearcats, and the flag does come. Ish Harris got in the end zone, but a little sloppy here from the offense so far. A couple penalties.
Seeing those first game jitters.
Yeah, well, and the pressure that they're being faced with on the blitzing, you can tell might be getting them. We'll try to finish this Independent Financial starting lineup. We got Aaron Stripmatter playing left tackle. Then we got number 63. It appeared, no, not 63, maybe 68. Eddie Batista playing left guard. And the last one I have left of name is the center, and I'm just not getting a good look at the number. Maybe 52, Cole Eft.
I thought it was 54, Alfonso Ortiz, but
I thought he was the guard, but we'll get it. We'll get it here. So this is going to be 3rd and goal from the 6. Wyatt Smith throws a fade route. Aston Kirby. Oh, just outstretched fingertips. A little bit overthrown there.
Aston had a step, but he just Wyatt led him a little bit too far out of the end zone. Even if he would have caught it, he'd have been out of bounds.
We're going to bring on the field goal team, it looks.
It appears that way. Aston's going to be the holder.
Aston's going to be holding. This ball is going to be teed up at about the 13-yard line, so we're looking at a 23-yard Nick's Italian field goal attempt from number 23, Elias Lejos. Snap. Oh, Butch. Not good. Aston Kirby's going to roll out right. He's trying to get away from Caden Pickens. He can't. He has to just throw it away. So that is going to be no good. That was not Caden Pickens. That was number 22, Blue Norman, on the pressure. So the drive doesn't end the Bearcats' way, and that's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah. It's hard to tell if it was it looked like a little bit of a low snap, but Aston bobbled it, and he didn't realize that they weren't even bringing anybody. He had plenty of time to gather himself and still put the ball down, but he thought it was a fire drill, and he escaped and then was pressured and ended up throwing the ball away. 2nd
and goal from inside the 1 to no points at all on the scoreboard.
That's tough.
Yeah. So defensive line here for the Bearcats, 62, Aaron Stripmatter going both ways. Looks like maybe we have 55, Eddie Gatan playing defensive line. We have, like I said, Ish Harris playing this corner. We got Aiden Cox playing linebacker. Looks like Dakota David playing linebacker. Aston Kirby playing, looks like this over-the-top safety here. Wyatt Smith, quarterback, playing slot corner here. Snap, run right up the middle. Bearcat defensive line did a good job of not allowing any holes, and it's going to be stuffed for maybe a half yard there on first down.
Yeah, there was nothing going there.
Busting out the binoculars here, John. Let's get some numbers on some of these guys.
Trying to get these interior lineman numbers. Looks like 56.
Caden York.
Yep. 56, Hayden York at defensive tackle.
27, Curly Brockman out there playing. Looks like that outside linebacker on the Bearcat sideline. Looks to be maybe a man down here for the Indians here. Nothing to, But while we get this injury timeout here, let's get a word from a sponsor.
Hey Bearcat fans, time is running out to be a webcast sponsor for the 2021 Pilot Point football season. Last year, our Pilot Point webcast had just under 30,000 views. If you want an advertisement that speaks directly to the community of Pilot Point, our webcast ads are the way to go. Contact us today and we'll find an advertising opportunity that fits your budget. Don't miss your chance to be part of a winning team. Go Bearcats! For the best Mexican food experience, visit Uncle Beto's Mexican Restaurant on the corner of Liberty Street and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. Uncle Beto's offers the freshest and most authentic flavors that you can only find in the best Mexican cuisine. Dine in, or if you prefer curbside service, call Uncle Beto's at 940-686-0143 and order your food to go. Be sure to make Uncle Beto's a part of your game night routine either before the game or up until 10 p.m. on game night. Uncle Beto's is ready to serve all you hungry football fans. Uncle Beto's is a family-owned and operated business proudly supporting the Pilot Point Bearcats.
And we're back to the Ernesto's Mexican first quarter. Let's get a Pilot Point feed scoreboard checks. Plainview Indians 7, Pilot Point 0, 8:17 left in the first quarter. Both teams had one drive that went quite a bit different. Plainview's 2 plays, 64 yards and a touchdown. Pilot Point had a bit of a longer drive that got inside the 1 yard line and ultimately couldn't score. Got a penalty.
Big false start penalty.
Yeah, that can do you in there in the red zone. So let's talk about this Plainview Indian formation here. So they're under center. It looks like an I formation, but instead of a running back behind a fullback, they're lined up a little bit. The 2 running backs are lined up a little bit deeper than fullback depth, and they're right next to each other. So I imagine it might be hard for these linebackers to really see who's getting the ball in the handoff, and you just got to play gap assignment football. It's almost like a triple option.
Absolutely. You can't fall for any deception, and then the quarterback's always a threat to pull that thing out and keep it like he did on that long touchdown run.
And as I say that, they line up in shotgun. Yep, so there we go. Reese Taylor at quarterback. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand the ball. He's going to keep it. Fumble. Ball's on the ground. Bearcats look like they got it. And Pilot Point, yes, it's going to be their ball. Wow, there we go. That's a prayer answered there. So Reese Taylor, and it looked like maybe Caden Pickens couldn't handle the exchange, quarterback-running back exchange. Ball ends up on the ground, and Pilot Point jumps on it. So that's a gift right there, because you have the ball second and goal inside the 1. You can't score. Yeah, and now it's first and goal inside the Point Bank red zone from the 4 yard line.
We recovered 2 key fumbles in last year's game. So
you had a lot of under center traditional quarterback running back handoffs. That one looked to be more of a read option from the shotgun, and they just couldn't handle the exchange.
Yeah, I appreciate you jinxing them on that formation there.
Hey, that's what I do, right? So here we go. We're coming out. Once again, we're going to be in the shotgun, 2 receivers right. We have an H-back to the right of quarterback Wyatt Smith, Ish Harris to his left. Take the snap, and it's going to be a handoff to Ish. Ish gets a block, cuts it up inside the 5, and he's going to get down to about the 3 yard line. Really solid tackle there.
Solid tackle.
Yep, that's number 55, Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson,
yeah. A lot of good football names here for the Indians.
Sounds like a bull rider.
Yep.
Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson, right tackle for the Eagles. I believe he played up here in Oklahoma at OU. Pilot Point, second and goal from the 4 here. So we're going to have 2 receivers right, tight end on each side, H-back to the left. Wyatt Smith takes the pass, looking to throw. Aiden Cox slant route through the hands of Aiden Cox. He was distracted by number 22, Blue Norman. Blue Norman may have been able to tip it there before it got to Aiden Cox, but nonetheless, you got to bring that one in.
Yeah, you want to see Aiden make that play. Looked like it went right through his hands. Wyatt put it in a real good spot.
So here we go, big 3rd and goal already here.
Going under center.
Under center, here we go, snap, drop back, Ish Harris, takes a handoff right up the middle,
Punches
and he's going to get in for a Pelzel printing touchdown. So going to get a chance to even the score here with the Nick's Time PAT. Took us a couple downs. I was hoping we'd take that and first down, punch it right in, but we did eventually get there under center, and we're bringing the swinging gate back.
Yeah, we got the second chance opportunity after stalling on that first drive. This time it paid off.
So here we are, swinging gate. Aiden Cox would be the snapper here. Wyatt Smith, the quarterback. Ashton Kirby down far right. Looks like they're going to swing the gate, though, and try to put this 1 point on the board to tie the game up. This Chandler scoring drive is real simple. 3 plays, 4 yards, touchdown. By Ish Harris, first one of the year. Elias Alejos teeing it up. Hopefully this goes better than the field goal. Snap's good, holds good. The kick is up. It looks well, and it goes right through the center. Nick's Italian PAT is good. 7:30 left in their Ernesto's first quarter. Plainview Indians 7, Bearcat 7. Let's go to a break.
Located in Pilot Point, Texas, the Chandler family has been making custom cabinets for over 40 years. As a team, Chandler Cabinets is committed to designing and building the perfect cabinets for you. They will make the process comfortable and stress-free by personally guaranteeing a superior product built on the standard of superior craftsmanship and immaculate customer satisfaction. From concept to completion, perfect form and function. Chandler Cabinets is an award-winning company with a reputation for consistent innovation at the highest level of design. You can find more information on Chandler Cabinets at chandlercabinets.net or on their Facebook page, Chandler Cabinets. Chandler Cabinets, 40 years of excellence.
And we're back here. We're going to do our first Riney Construction in-game stat check. We're going to try to bring some more stats in-game. So far, through 2 drives, Wyatt Smith is going to be 3 for 6 for 43 yards through the air. Ish Harris, 5 carries, 19 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Aiden Cox, 1 catch, 19 yards. Ish Harris, 1 for 6. Preston Webb, 1 for 18. Total offense so far, the Bearcats 43 yards through the air, 19 on the ground for 62 yards. They do have that one turnover that the defense has forced. Plainview, 60 yards exclusively rushing here so far. 1 fumble, and it's a tie game.
Yeah, we got to be careful here on the kickoff, Ron. I would not kick it to Caden Pickens.
Well, if you're going to kick it to him, you better be ready to tackle him.
That's right.
Because he looks for contact. I like that type of player. This one's not going to be so deep. It's going to be caught at about the 18-yard line, being brought right up in the center. And it is number 22, Blue Norman, who takes a couple Bearcats to take him down, but he's going to end up coming down at the 36-yard line of the Indians. So they're going to take their 3rd possession of the game, 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
Decent coverage there. Looked like number 3, Colin Lynch, came up off the tackle.
Colin Lynch, new to varsity this year. So Bearcats got down there. Alex Puga, who made a name for himself in the playoffs for the Bearcats last year, playing that defensive end on the far side of the field from us. We really were impressed with him in the playoffs. He's playing with no number or anything. First varsity action. Diving right into the Texas State football playoffs, and he was a player.
Yeah, he's a playmaker. He looked good in the scrimmages as well.
Only a sophomore.
Yep.
Yeah, so we got a few more years of Alex Puga left for us. So here we go. They're going to get back under center in that formation I talked about, where the 2 running backs are kind of staggered right next to each other. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Snap, handoff up the middle, and it's not going to go very far. 1, Justin Gillum on the carry. And he's going to get about 1.5 yards, 2 yards there. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. Besides the one big play, this defense hasn't got themselves gashed too bad so far. I mean, the one play, they had opportunities to make a tackle, but there was a hole there. Probably should have been a 10-yard gain maybe that turned into 60, but since then they've been pretty solid.
Yep, good sound tackling after that first drive so far.
Those familiar with Bearcat football are familiar with now that defense has got their play call. They're all in position on linemen on a knee, linebackers, everybody close to the box clapping. Finally, the Indians break the huddle. Under 8 seconds left on the play clock. 2 receivers right, 1 left, under center. Snap, and it's going to be a little draw action, handoff right up the middle, nowhere to go. That looks like it's number 22, Blue Norman, and they're going to give him no gain, and that's a little generous. You know, it could have been a 1-yard loss there. Oh, they're saying call number 32, Caden Pickens on that carry. Number 22, 32, they both are wearing similar gear, so it's a little hard to identify them when the only number difference is a 3 and a 2.
Yeah, Aaron Stripmatter, number 62 for us, came off that tackle. Nice play.
Absolutely. So we're going to be 3rd and 9 here. We'll see if the Indians are going to air it out. They've attempted, 1 pass so far? No passes so far. So
yeah, it looks like their big play receivers not playing in this game.
Snap, drop back to pass pressure. They're running a tunnel screen to the right, need a tackle, and we make it. There we go. It's going to be 4th down. That's number 5 there. Wyatt Smith, the quarterback there, making the big tackle on 3rd and 8. So it's going to be about 4th and 3 here.
I don't think they're putting the punt team in unless they do.
Ball's on their own 43. So this is would be a big win for the Bearcat defense to force a turnover on downs here. there. So they're in a shotgun that doesn't really look like it could be a quick kick.
Quarterback might quick kick. He's a little bit further back than normal shotgun. So
he's looking to the sideline, see what they want to do. Reese Taylor, they're motioning guys in. I think this is going to turn into a punt. Snaps a little high, but they're going to punt down the right side. Peter, it bounces and takes a Indian bounce, but it's going to roll out of bounds just inside the Bearcat 30. Bearcats going to take the ball 1st and 10 on their own 29 when we come back.
Are you looking to build that dream home or barndo? CS Designs offers a complete range of design services. CS Designs products range from general drawing services to commercial and residential blueprints, as well as 3D renderings and virtual reality walkthroughs. Let Cole Stewart and the CS Design team design you a beautiful progressive home or building that translates your ideas into an outstanding reality. Visit their website at csdesignstx.com or give them a call at 940-365-4048.
And we're back here in Nesto's Mexican first quarter. Bearcats 1st and 10 from their own 29. So Aston Kirby split out far right. Everybody else kind of bunched in the box. And it's going to be a handoff to Ish Harris on the left side. Picks up a block, cuts it up. And he's going to carry the load down to about the 34 yard line. So it looks about maybe like 5 yards. We'll see where they mark it. But another carry there for Ish Harris.
Yeah, tough sled, but I think got 4 out of it.
Yeah, well, they might have pushed him out a little early. Ball's being marked at the 32, so I guess they pushed him out of bounds a little earlier. That was on the far sideline for us.
Sure would be nice to see Ish break loose here early.
Yep. Loading the right side for the Bearcats. 2 receivers, an H-back, and running back to the right of Wyatt Smith, and they're going to roll out that way looking to pass. Good protection. Wyatt Smith steps up, has a man. Oh, through the hands of Aston Kirby. Would have been more than enough for an Irish Real Estate first down, but it didn't come through there. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 here for the Bearcats.
It was good pass protection, like I said. Ish Harris made a nice block in the backfield, and White stepped up, delivered the ball maybe a little bit high, but it was still catchable.
Yeah. One thing I like there from Smith, the quarterback, is he stayed within his blocking there. So we've seen in the past where the running back or the quarterback kind of gets out of his containment for his own blocking and gets himself into trouble. He did a good job there of not doing that. Snap, it's going to be a fake handoff, pull out right, immediately pressured, makes Blue Norman miss, and then he's just going to sail it out of bounds. So smart decision there. It's going to be 4th down, and the Bearcats are going to punt.
Yeah, wise decision. He was pressured from the jump there. Had to make a spin move just to get out of the first one. It looks like the referees are conferring to see if it's.
I felt like it looked like it was grounding to me, for sure.
He didn't escape the tackle box before he grounded the football. So it's going to be a penalty on the Bearcats.
Yeah, but it was 3rd down anyway, so it just makes it 4th instead of 4th and 8, it's going to be 4th and 13, because I believe that's still a loss of down. Well, we're going to get to see for the first time this year an Aiden Cox punt. We were marveling pregame. Travis Marsh talked about it in the offseason about the leg that he had on him, and we saw it pregame, and he was unloading. So let's see how this first punt of the year goes for him.
Yeah, we saw a couple go look like 60-plus in pregame. He needs to get a hold of one here. He's got a lot of field to work with. Nobody deep.
Snap, good snap. He's got plenty of time, and he boots it, and it's high, and it's a good punt. Nobody deep. It's going to bounce at the Indian 42 and take a Bearcat bounce 30. 25, what a punt to start the year. Going to be down at the Indian 22-yard line.
Yeah, a little surprised Plainview didn't put a deep back there to return that. I mean, it was.
Well, a kid with a leg like that,
forever.
If you don't, I mean, we punted the ball from our own 20-yard line.
We got 15, 20 extra yards on the roll. So
yeah, I mean, it was a good punt to begin with. So if they had a guy, I mean, it's still a heck of a punt. But with the bounce and roll, Indians are going to take the ball 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. So, the way the first 2 drives went, Indians scored quick. Bearcats marched it right down the field. I thought we might, we're going to be in for one of those shootouts that we saw last year. And defenses have kind of stepped up since then. So, I've seen a competitive first quarter here.
Yeah, not exactly on pace for 50-burger.
Yeah, but it can happen quick, right?
Yeah, it can pick up.
Checking into the game for the Bearcats at right defensive end, 75, Dak Morgan. We're seeing some action here. 2 receivers left. Reese Taylor takes a snap, hands up the middle. And a missed tackle there by
Curley.
Yeah, Curley almost got him, but he got some help there from some of his Bearcat friends like Alex Puga and number 54, Alfonso Ortiz. So it's a no gain there on 1st down, so we're going to have 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Curley read the play properly, went through the gap, and kind of shot a little bit too low. but at least he slowed Blue Norman down slightly when we made the tackle.
So Indians are huddling here. Clock is moving inside 3:46 remaining in Ernesto's first quarter. Getting late in the play clock here. We may get our first timeout of the game here because it doesn't look like the Indians are going to be bringing in a play.
Like coach is on the field ready to call it.
Yeah, first uppercut granted timeout. Yeah, I wonder. It's interesting, right? First quarter, we're going to go ahead and let the play clock run all the way down before we bang our timeout. But hey, Well, let's go get another word or two from our sponsors, and we'll be back for the 2nd and 10.
Hey Bearcat fans, living in North Texas, you know all about bad weather. When bad weather does strike, look no further than James Floyd's Custom Roofing and Construction. Custom Roofing and Construction has built their business off of quality work and customer referrals. Let their friendly and knowledgeable staff ensure the project runs smoothly from start to finish. You can visit Custom Roofing and Construction on their website, customroofingdallas.com, or give them a call at 214-274-8353.
Established in 2004, Ernesto's Fine Mexican Food has continued preserving its original home-style cooking and hospitable touch. Ernesto's family has roots in Mexico as well as Texas ties. Relying on those roots, Ernesto created his unique menu. Offering a variety of Tex-Mex favorites as well as Mexican specialties, Ernesto's won't let you down. So join them for home cooking, or as they say, Comida Cesar, in family-style service. Located at 10279 Farm Market 455 East, Suite 100, or at the corner of 455 and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. They look forward to seeing you, and go Bearcats.
Fit Body Gym in Aubrey, Texas, owned by Mike and Becky Phillips, is your one-stop shop for all your fitness needs. At Fit Body Gym, we specialize in one-on-one training, small group training, and sport-specific training for people of all ages. Stop by Fit Body Gym today, located at 106 North Highway 377, or call 972-768-9994.
Can't mistake the deep voice in the ad we just heard. That's Mike Phillips, owner of Fit Body Gym, former coach of mine. He'll be our guest on the Custom Roofing and Construction pregame show this coming week. We're here in Ardmore, Oklahoma, Plainview High School, beautiful facility. I've been told that we're buffering a little. We are in Oklahoma, so bear with us.
Using all the internet they will allow us to use. And just a reminder, you guys go out to the subscribe to the YouTube channel, pilotpointbearcats.com. Make sure you click that bell icon so you get notified anytime we go live.
Well, and we're back. Indians offense coming from the line from the huddle. It's coming up 2nd and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Empty formation, 5 receivers on the field. Reese Taylor looking to throw the ball, throws out in the right flat. It's going to be a wide receiver screen. There is some flags down. He's gotten loose, but we got a couple flags at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what happens here. Advanced care vet penalty.
It's in the area of holding.
Yep. Advanced care vet penalty here. They're talking to the Plainview offensive line, so that's kind of telltale right there. So I guess the cut rules in Oklahoma, as explained by Travis, are a little different. So kind of screen plays, you see a lot of cuts, but I was told that was legal here, so we'll see what the call is.
As Coach Marsh says, you can slice them and dice them.
Referee coming out to the sideline to make the call. Looking back and conferring. Bearcats, I'm imagining, are going to accept here. It's not going to be full 15 because they're inside the 30. I think it's going to be half the distance to the goal. So it's going to be 2nd and long here. So they go from the 22 probably down to the 11 here.
2nd and 20.
2nd and 21. 2nd and 21, yep. So it's one of those weird 15-yarders, but because it's inside 30, it turns into half the distance. So the ball is at the 22, so they bring it down to the 11. Big play there on the screen, wide receiver screen. They went 5 wide there and ran the wide receiver screen and got loose, but, brought back there on the penalty.
Yeah, they had some room on the far sideline.
Yep. Reese Taylor slinging it around here and giving the opportunity. He looks like he has a good arm.
He's developed nicely. He looks like he's improved since last year.
Yep, 2 receivers left, 1 right, 2 running backs with the quarterback under center. Takes a snap. It's going to be a rollout right pass. Some pressure, running back out in the flat. That's number 1. And we try to push him out. Can't try to push him out there. First guy had a chance to make the tackle at about the 25, but couldn't get him out of bounds. Who was that on the reception there? Number 1 there, Gillum. Justin Gillum. So they ended up not pushing him out all the way Oh, no, so they do give them the spot out of bounds at the 25, so you're going to have about 3rd and 7 here. So the first guy out there looked like Dakota David was kind of a ways from him. Maybe not Dakota David, maybe number 12 there, Crew Chandler.
Yep.
Tried to get him out of bounds, dove, and apparently did just enough to get that foot to come out of bounds.
I like how we're tackling low, but we still need to keep our heads up and wrap up.
Yeah, so there's, I think the down marker's messed up. Yeah, the referees noticed it's 3rd down, so it is 3rd and 7 here. They're coming out, going to be shotgun, running back to the right of Reese Taylor with an H-back. Come to line of scrimmage, 1 second on the play clock. They're going to get the snap off. No, they're not. Referees throw the flag right as the clock turns 0, so that's another advanced care penalty, delay a game. Makes it 3rd and 7, 3rd and 13 here for the Indians. You know, they do the old school, have a man run the play in from the sideline, and if you're not really efficient, somebody's getting some water, somebody's not paying attention, it gets the play in late, that can lead to these delay games.
Yeah, you're right. And as you said, that guy they call over to bring the play in, a wide receiver, doesn't have his helmet on. He's not ready, so behind the clock already.
The play clock hadn't started yet.
Started.
No play clock. There we go. They're blow the whistle, so here we go. 3rd and 13 from their own 20-yard line here for the Indians. Line to gain is the 32.5. Snap, handoff up the middle. Reese Taylor's going to keep it. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to get about a half yard on the play. Puga causing havoc on that side of the offensive line there. And our defense, their offense, couldn't handle him. It's going to be 4th and 12 here. And I imagine this deep in your own territory, you're going to punt this ball.
Yeah, real good. Real nice job by Alex Puga to stay at home, make that tackle there.
So they're motioning in, making it a tight punt formation. Quarterback's the punter, takes a snap, and he just boots it down to the Bearcat sideline. Fair catch being called for and made by Aston Kirby at his own 46-yard line.
Sure that's Aston? I didn't think he ever fair caught.
Well, he got it up early there. I don't think he had big number 61 bearing down on him. So, you know, Hunter Freeman, I think if he might have had a little bit more time to catch it and make a move, he might have tried. But Hunter Freeman was there waiting on him, and Hunter has a few pounds on him. We'll just say that. So no return there on the Fit Body Gym punt return. Fair caught. Good, which is good. So the Bearcats are going to get the ball almost already in Indian territory. I think we're winning the game field position so far.
Yeah, and penalties are kind of eating Plainview alive.
Yeah, so we have 2 receivers right, 1 left, tight end left, Ish Harris to Wyatt Smith's right in the backfield. Smith takes a snap, hands to Ish Harris at the middle. No movement from the line. He's actually going to get stuck 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 there from the Bearcats from their own 45-yard line. Lots of pressure coming there from the edge. The tackle couldn't get much movement. It looked like being inside zone run, but when you couldn't get that movement, it's got to make a move quick and kind of stops his forward progress there. So 2 receivers left, 1 right. Smith takes a snap, looking to pass, throws a slant route. Aiden Cox catches it, rolls back out to the left-hand side, and he's going to get just enough to be like for an Irish Real Estate first down, I believe, if it's marked where they're sitting at it now.
Yeah, another well-delivered ball by Wyatt Smith. Hit Aiden Cox right in the numbers.
Yeah, Irish Real Estate first down, 1st and 10 at the Indian 44-yard line. So we're going to start this formation, trips right. Down here we got Aiden Cox, Aston Kirby, Preston Webb, and it's going to be Ish Harris to Wyatt Smith's right. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper, nowhere really to go. Hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 2-yard loss there on the first down carry.
Got a quick Pilot Point feed scoreboard update for you, Ryans. Van Alstein's up on Boyd 16-9 in the second quarter.
Say that one more time.
Van Alstine is up on Boyd 16-9 in the second quarter.
Boyd just lost the famous coach J.G. Cartwright this
did.
week. So big loss for the Boyd community. Pilot Point and Boyd go way back. Respect to J.G. Cartwright. 2nd and 12 here. Wyatt Smith steps up in the pocket, delivers a ball. Ooh. Oh, Aston Kirby tried to step in front of defender number 44 to save the interception. Number Carter Hamilton was there and stopping that interception. He had a chance to catch the ball. If he catches that ball, he may be a race to the end zone.
Yeah, it was a real nice effort from Aston to try to jump in front of 44 and make that play.
Had to skirt around him, got his hands right on it, couldn't haul it in. So it's going to be 3rd and 12 here for the Bearcats. So we're in a position, try to get, it's 4-down territory. If you can get, I'd say, 8 or so yards here, you have a good opportunity to go for it on 4th down, but if you can't get that, you may be seeing Aiden Cox to punt. But trips right, snap, roll out right. Some time to throw. Wyatt Smith throws a comeback. Oh, good play by the Indian safety to come up. That's quarterback Reese Taylor playing safety. He come up and jumped that route and couldn't haul it in, so saved us the interception there. But I imagine we're going to see the punt here on 4th and 12.
Yeah, we had Aston Kirby and Aiden Cox here on the near side around the 40-yard line, and Reese Taylor just made a heck of a play. Nice read, jumping in front of both of them, almost had a pick.
I don't know if that was by design. Both guys looked to be running a comeback, which put them real close to each other, which helped that safety play both men there.
Seemed like they were talking to each other on the way back to the huddle, so might have been some communication issue.
So this is an Aiden Cox punt here, and they do have a man back standing at his own 12-yard line. So snap's good, fielded, pressure, but he gets it off, and it's a good one. They're gonna let it bounce at the 1, and he's got to learn the backspin, because if that hits the 1 and bounces back, but it does bounce at the 1 and roll through the end zone, so it's going to be a touchback. So we're going to get a quick word from a sponsor and come back with the Indians drive.
Do you need a maintenance check or emergency repair on a heating or cooling unit? Fowler Air is available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Fowler Air will work with you to find an HVAC solution that fits your needs by providing you with a full consultation, explaining all your available options so that you can choose the system that's right for your home or business. Give Fowler Air a call today at 817-487-2286 and schedule your service. That's Fowler Air, 817-487-2286.
And we're back. Riney Construction stat check. Both teams looking pretty even. 73 yards offense for the Bearcats, 75 for the Indians. But of that 75 yards for the Indians, 60 of it came on a touchdown run. So outside the one big play, not a whole lot going for them. 46 seconds left in the Ernesto's Mexican first quarter. Under center here, Reese Taylor takes a snap, and he's going to be a quarterback keep. That's the same play that they took for a touchdown, yeah. But this time, not a whole lot of room. 3 yards there. So down at the 23-yard line, and we're going to get, well, they don't have to, but I imagine we'll get one more play here in this first quarter before we get a quarter break, because the play clock's at the game clock's at 27, the play clock's at 28. So we'll see what they want to do. I don't think they even want to call another play. They're calling the whole offense to the sideline. So that's going to be the end of the Ernesto's Mexican first quarter of the Bearcats 2021 season. We're in a pretty competitive matchup here. 7, your Pilot Point Bearcats 7, Plainview Indians 7. We'll be back for the second quarter after this.
Since 1983, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency has been covering the insurance needs of Pilot Point. Regardless of what that need may be, they have you covered, offering homeowners, auto, life, farm and ranch, and commercial. Give them a call at 940-686-2692. That's Germania Insurance, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency, located just north of the town square at 211 Scott Lane in Pilot Point, Texas. Scott Walker Insurance Agency, always there to help.
Hello, Pilot Point, Texas. This is Pastor Dwayne Edwards at Grace Point Nazarene Church right here in Pilot Point. I want to invite all of you to come out and join us this Sunday, 10 a.m., right at 611 East Liberty. You can also join us on Facebook Live. Just go to Grace Point Nazarene Church. We start right at 10 a.m. We have ministries for the entire family, and if you want to find out more about us, just simply go to gracepointnaz.net. Again, that's gracepointnaz.net. God bless you, and go Bearcats!
Russell Pelzel with Hometown Pharmacy.
So where'd you get to?
And we're back here. New sponsor for the Bearcats this year, sponsoring the second quarter is Maverick Fasteners. Thanks to Maverick Fasteners. Everybody remember pilotpointbearcats.com is where you can find basically all the links and all the access to all the things that we're doing. Follow us on basically every social media, pilotpointbearcats.com. We've got the Bearcat Insider going with the pregame shows, postgame shows. We've got the custom roofing and construction pregame shows. I think last year we streamed some JV games. No broadcast, but streaming it. We're going to be at all the games this year. Speaking of next week, will be the home opener next Friday night at Massey Stadium, friendly confines of Massey. So it's been a competitive first quarter. Like I said, we just did the Riney Construction stat check. Bearcats 54 yards passing, 19 yards rushing for 73 total yards. Indians 14 yards through the air, 64 on the ground for 78 yards. They do have the one fumble, which helped the Bearcats get on the board here in the first quarter. Ish Harris, 7 carries, 21 yards in the touchdown in the first quarter. Wyatt Smith, 4 for 11 for 54 yards. And the Indians are going to have the ball 2nd and 8, start the second quarter. Snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle, a little bit of room. Got to make a tackle. Preston Webb can't make the tackle. But Preston Webb got a hand on him, didn't initially bring him down, but tripped him up and got him, looks to be maybe a half yard short of the first down. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 here. I want to also remind everybody this broadcast made possible by Speedolite Broadband, title sponsor of the broadcast this year. But 3rd and 1 here for the Indians. So, last year I feel the Bearcats really excelled in short yardage situations. You remember the same?
Yeah, it really did. Of course, we had different personnel, but we'll see if Curley and Aiden and the crew can stop this attempt to get like half yard.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they are going to be under center, splitting some receivers out wide, but the 2 running backs behind Reese Taylor. Snap, handoff right up the middle, and they do an excellent job of not allowing the line of scrimmage to move. They only need maybe a half yard for the first down. I don't know. Well, the guy's running in, kind of giving it to him, but where he's standing is not really giving it to him.
He didn't get it by a whole lot.
Yeah.
That's a good job by the defensive line.
Yeah, they needed a half yard. They got maybe exactly the half yard, but it was enough for a first down. 1st and 10 from their own 31.
Yeah, Caden York and Eddie Gatan are doing a good job there.
Yeah, no
Clog
movement.
In the middle.
No movement there. So, like I said, he barely got the half yard needed for the first down. I'm impressed with the facilities out here, John.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Here we go, 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Handoff up the middle. And big number 55 for the Bearcats wraps him up. Eddie Gatan with the tackle. I believe that was either Pickens or Norman there. Number 32, Caden Pickens. And that was a gain from about 2 yards. Eddie Gatan there got his big arms around him and rode him down to the ground there. So
continues to have a good game.
Yeah, they're really doing a good job out. So, the 60-yard run to start the game. They have 86 yards of total offense, 72 on the ground. 60 of it came in one play. So we're doing a pretty good job.
Doing a real good job, other than that one big chunk from the quarterback.
Yeah. So they are going 5 wide here. Last time they did this, we saw that wide receiver screen. There is no one. There aren't 2 guys to the Bearcats' right side of the offense. Reese.
A little confusion by our defense.
Yeah, come up under center, quarterback sneak. I guess they thought with everybody split out, they were going to really have the open middle of the field. And 4 yards on the quarterback sneak is always a good number, but it's kind of, I don't think they got what they expected out of it. But
no, it looked like Caden York came off the tackle there.
Especially considering the Bearcats, there were 2 receivers on their right side that they needed to defend, and they didn't have 2 defenders over there.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The communication looked like it was off. We didn't get over to cover their slot receiver on the far side till late.
So it's going to set up another 3rd down here for the Indians. Getting the play in a little late. They're just now getting the play in the huddle, breaking the huddle. 8 seconds left in the play clock, so they're going to have to get here in a hurry. Under center, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Can't bring him down. Aiden Clark slings him around, but still throws them
for a few more yards.
Caden Pickens definitely bringing the energy. Oh, you can't do that, man. You can't get up after a big run.
You can't tap out, bro.
After a big run, you flex to the crowd, you get crazy, and then you look to the sideline
and take a play off? Come on now.
Hey, after the run, he earned the flex, right? He earned the flex. He earned.
But then you can't tap your helmet. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Well, I tapped my helmet once, filling in the mop-up duty late in the 4th quarter. I was a sophomore now. Coach Felt made it very clear in film session I had not earned the right to tap out. 2 receivers left, 1 right shotgun. Reese Taylor's going to hand the ball to Blue Norman. No, he's going to keep it up the middle with a little bit of space. Run, spins out of a tackle. Looks like Curly Brockman wrapped up the ankles and maybe had help with Aston Kirby there to make the tackle. That was the bag. Yeah, brought down at the 28-yard line. It was enough for a first down. So they're going to have the ball 1st and 10 at the Bearcat 28-yard line.
Well, we complimented the front 7 there, and now we've got gashed in back-to-back plays.
Yeah, well, you know what this seems to be with this defense. If you want to line up under center and try to pound it at them, they're going to respond pretty well. But getting them in shotgun and spacing them out, it takes, it's tough. It can be tough to stop. But here we go, shotgun formation. Reese Taylor takes a snap, hands off up the middle, and there we go. Linebacker Curly Brockman getting in the backfield and diving at his legs, going to tackle him for no gain. Curly Brockman read that and got there quick, didn't he?
Yeah, he's super quick. He's got to be tough to block.
Yeah, he sticks his nose in wherever he needs to.
He was in the backfield right after the handoff occurred. Got spun out of it, but he only got a little bit past.
Got to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, back to the
really,
line of scrimmage. That was it.
Crew Chandler is playing this corner opposite of Ish Harris, and I guess this year Ashton Kirby made the switch to
free
safety. Wyatt Smith, the quarterback, is also playing your slot corner here. Shotgun formation. Reese Taylor drops back to pass. Looking, they're going to go one-on-one at Crew Chandler. Got to get his head turned around, and he definitely So that's that inexperience.
Be a penalty.
Yeah, that's an inexperience we saw from Ashton
last year.
Good, in a good spot, but you got to get your head around.
Yeah, you got to attempt to make a play on the ball, and the receiver's just going to kind of slow down and make you run into him.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what we saw a lot last year from Ashton Kirby. That's an advanced care penalty on Crew Chandler there. Good positioning. At some point when that receiver starts slowing down, you got to turn your head around, But that's going to set the Indians up 1st and 10 from the Bearcat 14.5-yard line. They're in the point bank red zone for the Indians here, threatening to put their second touchdown on the board. Making them work.
Yeah, we need another turnover here. Something to go our way.
Giving the play straight to the quarterback, Reese Taylor, who's going to jog it in. It's got to be exhausting, just all the running the plays. And then when you're also playing safety, you're also playing quarterback.
Yeah, the Bearcats do a good job of not huddling and just going straight to the line of scrimmage and saving those steps.
Yeah. Reese Taylor in shotgun takes a snap, hands it right up the middle, nowhere really to go.
Curly
Brockman, the first one there. Once again, kind of doesn't make the tackle by himself, but he slows him down, and Alex Puga and big number 68, Eddie Batista, getting in there to make the tackle for what looks to be a 1-yard gain there for the Indians. 2nd and 10 from the Bearcats 13-yard line. Yeah, so the press box wasn't quite big enough for everybody tonight, so we were in the top row on the home side. And we got a little space here, but it's got a good breeze. Unlike last year when me and you were piled in that box on the first floor of the press box.
Yeah, that was 100+ temperatures.
Roll out right. Reese Taylor looking to throw. Has nobody really open. He's going to just look to get rid of it, and he does at the last second. He almost ran out of bounds, but he jumped in the air and kind of just dropped it out of bounds. Pressuring on the play, Alfonso Ortiz. I don't think Reese Taylor ever thought of him as a threat, but he was definitely putting the pressure on him, making him move towards the sideline and ultimately get rid of it. Coverage was good on the play. 3rd and 9 here inside the point.
I think Alfonso just kind of assumed he was going to throw it away. I'd like to see him bear down a little bit harder on him. Might have got him to step out of bounds.
Yeah, and the longer you let the quarterback just continue drifting, somebody finds their way open,
Yeah.
And we mentioned number 10, Morgan Pearson's not playing tonight, but that's the type of guy in a situation like that. If he's on the field, Reese Taylor may just look to him and throw the ball up. Here we go. 3rd and 9, under center, 2 running backs behind him, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper on the left side. Aiden Cox can't keep him contained, but Ish Harris comes from his corner position. He's going to make the tackle, and it's not going to be good enough for a first down, but it's going to be 4th and short here. See where they push him out at the 6-yard line. Yeah, pushed out at the 6, so they need to get inside the 5 for the first down. So I don't think they need to get all the way to the 4, but they need to get inside the 5-yard line. 4th down. This is one of those, if they line up under center and try to pound it at the Bearcats, I like our chances.
Yeah. I'd like to see a pick six right here would be nice. That would definitely be a Bearcat nutrition den big play on the defensive end.
Yeah.
We need one of those right about now.
That's right. Good mention there.
Change that momentum.
Yep. So they are going to get under center. Let's see what they try to do. Bearcat defense bear down. Somebody doesn't like what they see. Bearcats didn't like quite what they see, so they're going to call an uppercut granite timeout. We're going to get one word from the sponsor and be back for this 4th down.
On providing only excellent service and support to the Pilot Point community. You can depend on Hometown Pharmacy to deliver the best customer service along with a selection of quality healthcare products. When you use Hometown Pharmacy, you will work with a knowledgeable and understanding staff who will help you find the right products and solutions tailored to fit your lifestyle, as well as equipment that will integrate into your daily life. Contact Hometown Pharmacy at 940-686-0123. Independent Financial offers big bank benefits with a hometown feel. Their personalized financial solutions can help turn life's challenges into new opportunities. Independent's business banking is powered for growth, and they support innovation and new ideas. Independent Bank's digital convenience allows you to bank how, when, and where you want. Independent Financial is the premier regional bank with 90-plus locations across Texas and Colorado. Independent Financial. Visit them at ifinancial.com. Independent Financial is a trademark of Independent Bank, member FDIC. I'm Chance Kirby.
And here we are back for the Maverick Fastener second quarter. 5:15 left in the second quarter. Still a 7-7 game. Biggest play of the game so far here. 4th and 1.5 from the 11-yard line of the Bearcats. So we've been winning the field position game all day. If we get a stop, I'd rather be in bad field position but get a stop here, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, this is going to be a Bearcat Nutrition Den big play one way or another, whether it's a 15-yarder. That's not going to happen. But
under center, they're going to dive it right up the middle, and there. Oh, you know what? That ball almost came out. He did.
Got the first down.
Yeah, Justin Gillum gets it down to the 2. It looks like the ball was on its way to coming loose, but he was down. He never actually lost possession, but whoever was trying to rip it there definitely got it away from the body. So we're under 5 minutes to go here. This second quarter has went with a much more brisk pace than the first quarter did.
Yeah, they keep pounding the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
Got to bear down if you're the Bearcats here. Maybe hope for a fumble and an exchange. Especially if they do the shotgun. They're not doing shotgun here. They're getting under center, splitting receivers out way wide right, way wide left. They're probably just going to want to pound this again. They do right up the middle, and they're going to get in the end zone there. That is number 1. Yep, Justin Gillum, and they doing a light show with the touchdown. Interesting. That's pretty good programming. I hope they come back on, right?
Interesting.
Steady power out here, I guess, But that's an Indian touchdown here. Is this a thing? I think the referee's starting to look annoyed.
Okay, guys. Turn the lights back on.
If I was referees, I'd make him kick it like this. Who cares?
Yeah,
they're going to make him kick it. Yeah. Okay, the kick is good. The snap for the kick. The lights are still going crazy.
Kind of hoping they were going to miss it on.
We're now up 14-7. We're getting ready for another Southern Junkies kick with an opportunity for a fit body kick return here. All right, so, both teams scored early. First possession for the Indians, second possession for the Bearcats. And since then, this has been the first score. So the Bearcats have to answer the Indians like they did earlier in the game. Let's go to a Riney Construction stat sheet check. The Bearcat offense hadn't had much of a change because last time we did this, the Bearcats hadn't seen the ball since then. But the rushing numbers are piling up for the Indians. 120 yards rushing. They have the 1 fumble. They also have the 1 touchdown. Let's look at some of the player stats for them. Looks like number 1, Justin Gillum, is leading the way for them with 14 carries. Oh, no, that's total team. 14 carries, 120 yards. Reese Taylor, 8 for 92 because of the 60-yard touchdown. 22, Blue Norman, 6 for 28. Caden Pickens here, number 30. No, not number Caden Pickens. 29, or number 1, Justin Gillum, 6 for 17. Definitely got to get used to this new format of what I'm looking at for the stat check. We'll get better at that through the year. But the Indians have it teed up, getting ready to kick. Back deep for the Bearcats. They're number 8, Aston Kirby. Number 1, Aiden Cox. The ball is up. Last time they sailed it right out of bounds. This one is going to be a pooch kick. It's going to have to be caught. And it's muffed by 27 Curley. I think
he got back on it, though.
I think he got back on it, but they're still shuffling under the pile. So we'll see what happens on the bottom of the pile. Curley's got to get a little dirty. He comes out with it. Curley comes out. No doubt. I never doubted him. If you give me one guy on the bottom of the pile, I want Curley Brockman.
Well, he got a fortunate bounce, that's for sure. Went right back in his belly.
Yep, so Bearcats narrowly avoid disaster there, but they're going to get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. So not the best field position they have, but it could be much worse. So have an opportunity to add some yardage here for the offense, get the ball moving. And one thing, what I've heard in the scrimmage, we moved the ball well. The defense had some issues, but or wait a minute, no, they hadn't allowed a touchdown through all the live halves in the.
That's right.
Yeah, so no, the defense is keeping up with how they were in the scrimmages. The offense has to liven up here. Giving an Indian the business, the blitz, but he spins out of the first tackle.
Again, up the middle on a blitz. We picked it up, but not a lot of room for Ish to run. He tried to spin move and power run for a couple yards, but that's all he could get. Like to see him get an open field, turn those jets on.
Yep, they're keying a lot on number 21. So loosen up some of the offense somewhere else and get him some room to run. But 3rd and 8 here. Snap, roll out left for Wyatt Smith. Gets the shoulders turned. He's going to deliver a deep ball. Ashton Kirby behind him, man. Ball falls right into the pocket. There's that Bearcat Nutrition getting big play. That's a huge play. And then maybe a flag afterwards. There's a flag back where Wyatt threw the pass. This maybe has some personal foul at the end. Yep. Personal Freddie going to be marked at the 20-yard line, and we're going to get half the distance from there. So that bone, and that's a Bearcat Nutrition Den big play there.
Yeah, Wyatt Smith did a great job getting his shoulders turned, and he just dropped that one right in the bucket.
Right in the breadbasket, man.
And Aston did a good job creating a little separation.
The defender was there to make the tackle as soon as he caught it, so good way to hold on to it, and we're going to be it looks like it's going to be exactly, the worst type of 1st and goal you can get, 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. But trips right. Wyatt's got pylon. Touchdown, Ish Harris. The Bearcats have answered back. That's a Pelzel Printing touchdown. And Ish Harris had to run it, took a hit in the end zone there.
Ish, danger, he gone.
Set up for the Nick Italian PAT to try to snap, hold. We'll be back for a Southern Junkies kick after this.
Candy, nostalgic toys and books, pet toys and treats, greeting cards and gift wrap. She also serves cold drinks, and last but not least, Beth Marie's ice cream. That's Martin General Store, a little bit of everything. Maverick Fasteners is your go-to stocking distributor, carrying a full line of fasteners including bolts, nuts, sockets, screws, washers, pins, keys, hex caps, threaded rod, and other fastener-related products. Maverick Fasteners is centrally located in the U.S., which allows them to ship quickly and consistently worldwide, offering same-day shipping on all orders received by 12 p.m. Central Time. Learn more about Maverick Fasteners at mavfast.com.
Hey Bearcat fans, this is Coach Marsh. I know that whenever practice is over and I get home late, the first place I think of is Nick's Italian. You can go to Nick's Italian or you can call it at 940-686-2520. You get great quality food at a great price, not to mention the friendly service that you receive from Nick and his staff. Nick's has been family owned and operated since 2003. You can find the restaurant at 1340 South Highway 377 in Pilot Point, Texas. Support a veteran-owned business in Nick's Italian. Call Nick's Italian and they'll take care of you. Go Bearcats.
Chandler Cabinet scoring drive summary, 4 plays, 66 yards. Bearcat touchdown punctuated by a 10-yard Ish Harris run. The highlight of the drive is the Bearcat Nutrition Den big play, 42-yard pass from Wyatt Smith to Ashton Kirby there. And the Indians, you're going to get a chance before the half to try to take the lead back. The Southern Junkie kickoff is up. It's a pretty good one. It's going to be fielded. It's going to be fielded on the run at the 21. Trying to get back to the middle. Has an opportunity to make some out of it. Carrying a pile of Bearcats to about the Indian 44-yard line. How about the touchdown run, John? That was a good run.
Yeah, he finally got some space there.
Well, I mean, he got some space, but yeah, it wasn't like there was a gap that he could drive a truck through. He had to make it happen.
Yeah, he bounced it outside and turned on the jets.
Stiff-armed a man, turned on the jets, got the corner, got the pylon, got to make a hit in the end zone.
Hopefully I'll give him a little confidence, get him going.
Yeah, but the Bearcat offense, a little lethargic for a while, just like the Indian offense. They got it alive on that drive, and let's see if the defense, we can play complementary football here. Indians on the offense here, they're going to look to run this ball, and Reese Taylor going to take it around the right side, quarterback keeper. Maybe 2 yards on the play before big number 56 for the Bearcats. Caden York chases him down and jumps on his back and rides him down.
Ryan got another Pilot Point feed out-of-town scoreboard update. One we're not really used to, but Brock is up, but not by a bunch. They're only up 10-3 over Bushland at halftime.
Both those teams we played last year, we put it on Bushland pretty good, and Brock put it on us pretty good. So we'll see how that goes on throughout the year. Empty set here for the Indians. They're going to throw a wide receiver screen, and there to make the play is Crew Chandler. Crew Chandler did a perfect job. He didn't get there too early and make a hit too early, and his hand actually got up and hit the pass down. So Crew Chandler on the pass defense there, and it's going to be 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 here for the Indians. Yeah,
it looked like Crew was just reading the receiver's eyes. Never even looked at the quarterback, but he was in a great position there.
Yeah, ran right by the would-be blocker and batted the pass down. So Bearcats defense has a chance to make a stand here. If they can force an incomplete pass or some sort of no gain here, probably puts the Indians in position to punt.
Absolutely. Big 3rd down right here.
They are in the shotgun. So Reese Taylor's the quarterback, man to his right, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Pass those down the right side. The Crew Chandler going after it. Picked up Ashton Kirby over the top. Playing center field. If I was Crew Chandler, I might be a little upset because Crew Chandler thought that was his. Yeah, Crew Chandler is settling under it, ready to take that one away, and Aston Kirby comes from nowhere to make that that play. And I don't know if that was Reese Taylor throwing that football. Number 7 threw that football, and it looked like he might have been trying to throw to Reese Taylor.
Yeah, number 7 is Grant Graves. He's a junior quarterback and defensive back.
Yeah. So number 7, Grant Graves, tries to throw to quarterback Reese Taylor, and Aston Kirby does an excellent job coming over the top playing center field, and that's the second turnover of the game the Bearcats defense has forced. Aston Kirby getting in the groove here. 42-yard catch on the last drive. Interception
good hands.
here. Definitely played center field there. Crew Chandler was settling under it to make that catch.
I think he heard Terry Slay was heckling him on the chat.
Going right back to Ish Harris, makes a man miss. Stiffs arms man, gets the outside.
Okay, now Ish is going.
Yep, across the 50, and before he runs out of bounds at about the Indian 45-yard line. He was, the defense was closing in on him, but big gain there for the Bearcats.
He's getting his tires underneath him there.
Bearcat Nutrition Den, big play there, another one. How many yards was that one there?
Going quick. Back to Ish up the middle.
Back to Ish right up the middle, and he's going to get 8 yards there. So 23, so he only had like 33 yards the whole game, and his previous 2 carries before that totaled 33 yards there. Because he went for 10 on the touchdown, 23 there, 8 there, so he's starting to add up quick for him.
Yeah, it looks like, last year I think our conditioning helped us quite a bit in the game against Plainview, and it looks like it's starting to take over again.
Yeah. Trips left, 1 receiver right. Wyatt Smith with Ish Harris to his right. Takes a snap, looking to throw to the trip side. He's deep. Slinging it deep. Aston Kirby behind the guy again, brings it in, makes the man miss. He's going to be brought out at about the 15-yard line. So that is 34 yards there, 35 yards to Aston Kirby. Hey, big play Jay's gone. Somebody need to fill the name.
That's right. Somebody's got to pick up that production, and it looks like Wyatt and Aston have a nice little connection together.
Yeah, 42 yards, and then that's 34 yards. The interception, man, big plays are starting to pile up. That Bearcat Nutrition Den, I think they were getting worried about not getting those mentions,
some love
and here
now,
they are.
Bearcat Nutrition Den.
Yeah, so we're in the Point Bank red zone. That was a big IRIC real estate first down, and we're getting a timeout for the Plainview Indians. 1:27 left in the Maverick Fastener second quarter. We'll come back with Bearcats 1st and 10 inside the Point Bank red zone.
And Holly Peacock are proud supporters of Pilot Point ISD. Peacock family wants to wish all students in the Pilot Point ISD a great 2021-22 school year and encourage them to continue making our community proud. The success of our school district is a true reflection of the quality of students here in Pilot Point. It is always a great day to be a Pilot Point Bearcat.
Hi, I'm Greg Pelzel. Here at Pelzel Printing, we do custom embroidery, custom screen printing, and promotional product. You can reach Greg Pelzel at 940-453-5443. Go Bearcats.
And we're back here, 1:27 left in the Maverick Fastener second quarter. Bearcats threatening to take their first lead of the 2021 season here on this drive. Piling some big plays together here for the Bearcats.
Yeah, big play AK taking over for big play J from last year.
Yep.
So
Mr. Nickname.
As long as somebody's making big plays for the Bearcats, we're all smiles.
Yeah, big Caden Carter split out here alone on his left-hand side, but it's going to be around to Ish Harris. He bounces it again. Now it's a foot race. Makes one man miss. He's going to all that running just to be gang tackled for no gain on the Bearcat sideline. Definitely stretched that out. Tried to make a few guys miss. But up and ready for some more. So Caden Pickens, sideline to sideline is one of the main guys out there on the sideline pushing him out.
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20, but maybe just duck your head and get 2 or 3 yards out of that.
Yep, Wyatt Smith going to pass, and they're throwing a stop route to Aiden Cox. It looks like he's going to catch it and get out of bounds. Good 8 yards there, so we're going to go from instead of a 2nd and 10, we're going to have about a 3rd and 10. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, we got Kate Carter over here on this side, Ryan, and Aiden Cox on that side. You got nice, big, tall receivers, big targets.
So that was spotted at the 5-yard line left. Aiden Cox one-on-one on the top, all alone. And it's going to be an Ish Harris keep a run. He bounces again, ducks his shoulder, trying to get in the end zone.
Little truck move.
Give him the flex. Show him the muscles there, Ish. That's another touchdown there. And the Bearcats take their first lead of the season. 43 seconds left in the first half of this game. Bearcats offense, Bearcat defense. Ball starting to find their rhythm.
Okay, Danger. Watch yourself.
Yes, third Ish Harris rushing touchdown of the game so far. Getting set up in the swinging gate here. I always wonder. I need to ask Coach Marsh sometime what they're looking for in that. I'm sure it's something a little different. I'm sure I won't be able to get him to tell me on the air, but maybe he'll tell me.
I'm pretty sure it's a numbers game.
Setting up for the next Italian PAT. All the PATs have went well so far, just that one field goal. This one, snap, hold, kick is up, and it's through the uprights. 43 seconds left in the first half. Bearcats 21, Indians 14. Come back for one last, hopefully one last kickoff in the first half, and we'll be back after this.
Point Bank is proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats 2021 football season. Open your real free checking account with Point Bank and show your Bearcat pride with a Point Bank school logo debit card, custom designed with the Pilot Point High School logo on the front. Visit pointbank.com to know more. Point Bank. Your neighbors love us. You will too. Member FDIC.
Chandler Cabinet scoring drive summary. 6 plays, 72 yards for the Bearcat touchdown, which was a 5-yard run by Ish Harris. It was third and about a half yard. And Ish decided enough playing around on that drive, let's just punch it in. And he did so with some authority there at the end of that run.
Yeah, Ish has got it going on now. He's starting to build some confidence.
Nothing like a little contact to get you woke up, right?
Yeah. My old teammate Caleb Marsh will be happy because the 50-burger seems to be back in play.
Hey, yeah, it's never out of the question with the offense these days, especially the way we saw this team score last year.
Bunches.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of, similar, same play caller, similar elements of the offense. And Wyatt Smith, who's really impressed me throwing the football. Ashton Kirby's ability to seem to be getting past behind some of these defenders. Ish Harris, always a threat.
Yeah, we still need to get probably Crew Chandler involved on the offensive side. And Cade Carter, we got some more weapons.
We're teed up for the Southern Junkie kickoff. Ball at the 40. Here's the approach. The kick is up and it's down the middle, and it's going to bounce and be fielded off of a bounce. And oh no, just through.
Got to hit his team.
Yep, and I jinxed this again by saying the last kickoff of the half. That looks to be number 22, Blue Norman, who's going to take that back. I actually was just it's number 32, Caden Pickens.
That's Pickens.
22, yeah. I actually was about to say I like fielding it on the bounce because he doesn't have the momentum. He doesn't have all that.
Here comes the light show.
Another power surge here in Ardmore. The lights going on and off, but good return there. You kind of saw it right from the get-go.
Yeah, there's a seam open up.
Oh, all the celebrating forgot he had to be on the PAT team.
Yeah, the coach reminded him ever so gently.
Yeah, he's a heck of a player, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. All-state player from last year.
Snap, hold, the kick, get some of the momentum, force a turnover on defense, force some stops, get some big plays, get some touchdowns, finally take the first lead of the game, and then boom.
Give it right back.
Yeah, give it right back. So see what we can do. 30 seconds left in the half, so let's ride this out in the Mavericks Fastener second quarter. See if we can, see what we can do for the half. We've had a big playability so far, but we'll see what the offense wants to do. So 31 seconds left. Let's do a Riney Construction stat check. Bearcats 134 yards through the air, 65 on the ground for a total of 199. Plainview 14 yards through the air, 122 on the ground for 136. They do have one interception and one fumble, though, so they've turned it over twice. Both of those, good plays by the Bearcat defense to get on the fumble and then playing center field from Ashton Kirby. Wyatt Smith, 7 for 14 for 134 yards through the air. Ish Harris, 13 carries, 67 yards, 3 touchdowns. Through the air, the guy so far, number 8, Ashton Kirby, 2 catches for 70 yards, 35-yard average. Ain't nothing to sneeze at. It's pretty good average.
Absolutely, very nice. I'd like to see him kick Ashton the ball right here.
Yeah, hey, wouldn't that be an answer to that answer? But they've been doing a lot of kicking and out of bounds or pooching.
Lined up here at the 30, kind of trying to tell him where to kick it, I think.
Yeah, and the kicker doesn't approach from very far, so you only got about 4 yards in the ball. So
yeah, Ashton and Aiden are lined up at the 20.
Well, I was wrong. This is deep. It's going to go over the head, right out of bounds. Yep. Ball goes right out of bounds at the 10. So I was literally just thinking about, he's only approaching 4 yards. You can't kick it that far. Ball went all the way down to the 10.
He burned us, but didn't matter. Kicked it out of bounds.
Yep. Still good field position for the Bearcats. So we have at least 2 timeouts. Yeah, the scoreboard says we have 2 timeouts left, 31 seconds. Ability to throw the ball deep. We have some explosive, tall athletes. Aiden Cox, tall. Ish Harris, always explosive. Aston Kirby shown to be explosive so far. So, we can kind of do a handful of different things here. Pass protection, which we talked about how is it going to hold up on the opening
they're going to
day.
re-kick.
They're going to re-kick. That's interesting.
Huh.
I didn't know it was an option. I knew in like an offside or something it was an option, but I thought if it went out of bounds, it was just
automatic.
Yep. We'll see what the approach is this time for the Indians.
Now, I was going to say it back to Aiden and Aston back a little bit further this time, but Aston's back on the 20-yard line.
Well, it was backed up 5 yards, so let's see what he does. Here's the approach, and this is going to be another good deep kick. Aston Kirby's going to let it bounce, and it's going to bounce into his belly, so we're going to get a return.
There we go.
Going to the Bearcat sideline. There's some space over there. Picks up a
big
big block from Aiden Cox. Gets the 50, 45. Oh, big hit. Aston Kirby took it there, but hey. I wonder what the penalty is.
I think Aston was already out of bounds when he took that lick, apparently.
You know what I love to see, though? He took a huge lick, and he was up before anybody was over there to help him take the, get up.
Yeah.
So, hey, Bearcats, what we're going to do, what are we going to do? We're going to try to run it into the half, but with this sort of field position and then potentially with this penalty, we're going to be in good field position to try to get points for the half.
23 seconds still left. Plenty of time for our Bearcat offense.
It was already out of bounds, then I guess that's the only issue here. I don't know what else the play call would have been. Waiting for the call, personal foul.
Yep.
Some sort of.
I think he hit him in the head.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe the call might have been maybe like a targeting call of some sort. But that's going to add 15 yards to that. So,
wow.
The ball was spotted at the Indian 44-yard line, but you add 15 to that. It's going down to the 28-yard line of the Indians. So
might be aspirin Kirby after that run, though.
Yeah, you took it.
Definitely took a shot.
He's out there. It looks like he's on the Bearcat sideline as in that slot position over there as receiver. Big Cade Carter split out all alone down here, one-on-one. 23 seconds left. 2 timeouts for the Bearcats. The whole playbook's open here. I think the Indian coach is trying to get an explanation on the call.
Yeah.
Because from afar away, kind of everything looked clean, but we don't have the benefit of replay, slow motion replay, all that sort of stuff.
Calling the other official over to explain it further.
Yep.
I mean, it looked like the guy launched himself and went helmet to helmet.
Yep. So split way out here to the bottom of the screen. It's Cade Carter, who stands, according to the Bearcat media guide, 6'6". He's got some height on this defender down here. I always like opportunities like this. Let's let him go get the ball. Still a lengthy discussion here from the coaches. Finally, I guess he's understood he's not going to get anything different, so we're gonna play football here. Wyatt Smith has had a good first outing as the Bearcat quarterback. Strip left. Ish Harris is to his right. Aiden Cox, the lone receiver, to his right. And it's going to be dropped back to pass. Ish Harris picks a blitz. It's going to go deep. Aiden Cox jumps up. Oh, he almost brought it in, but last second, ball got jostled out. Incomplete, but that was I was talking about going one-on-one with your tall Cade Carter down here. Aiden Cox is 6'3" himself, so, one-on-one is not a bad option with him either.
Yeah, they had safety help over the top there. I don't know if Aiden kind of took his eyes off the ball, but he bobbled it. Looked like he could have brought it in at first glance.
16 seconds left, so 2 timeouts. It's not. At this point, you do got to start being clock conscious because not having the timeouts, it just may simply run out on you. Rolling out right, Ish Harris trying to pick up the. Ish Harris. Wyatt Smith escapes it. He's able to get rid of it. And there was a receiver in the area, so,
it's not going to be grounding.
It's not going to be grounded, so we're going to have at least one more chance. 9 seconds left. Didn't get a whole lot of help there on the pass protection there. Tried to roll out right, was immediately pressured from the edge on that side, so it's going to be 3rd and 10 from their own 28-yard line.
Plainview secondary is really giving us a cushion with the umbrella coverage. It's going to be hard to beat them deep here.
That's why you have some good height, though, so it's going to be hard to beat them deep, beat them up. Wyatt Smith drops straight back, has some time. He's going to roll out left, and he's going to hit out in the flat. Aiden Cox, 2 seconds, 1 second. He does not get out of bounds. He tries to drag his man. If he'd have got out of bounds immediately, we'd have had a chance, but we didn't. So we're going to end the Maverick Fast in our second quarter in the first half of the first game of the Bearcat season, tied 21-21. So how halftime's going to work, we are going to go to a break, get some sponsors, maybe play some podcasts, and we'll come back for a short Riney Construction stat check, but it won't be very expansive, and then we'll come back for the second half. So halftime, Plainview Indians 21, Pilot Point Bearcats 21, and we're at halftime.
Pilot Point Feed Store is a locally owned, family-run business built on service. Established in 2003, the Shawn family's experience, knowledge, and exceptional customer service is unmatched. Pilot Point Feed carries a large selection of feeds for all types of animals. While you're there, be sure to visit the retail department and boutique, offering name-brand clothing like Double D Ranch and Tasha Polizzi. They also have ranch supplies, deer feeders, cooking grills, home decor, furniture, gifts, and much, much more. Pilot Point Feed, more than just a feed store.
The National Fellowship of Raceway Ministries provides Christian outreach for auto racing all across the United States at dirt tracks, short tracks, and racing venues that include NASCAR, IndyCar, and ARCA racing, and many other series. We train chaplains and create opportunities for local churches to get involved in fan outreach. We understand competition in sports events, and we work hard to provide a positive influence in the midst of auto racing action. Learn more at racewayministries.org. And meanwhile, go Bearcats.
Riney Construction has been in the business for over 20 years. They offer an extended array of custom barns, buildings, fencing, and barn dominiums. Custom work by Riney Construction is full service. From design to completion, they ensure your vision becomes a reality. Riney Construction provides free estimates for your metal building or fencing project. Contact Riney Construction to turn your project on paper into a beautiful barn, shop, home, or fence at allenrineyconstruction@gmail.com or call Allen at 940-367-4698.
Hey Bearcat fans, welcome to the Custom Roofing and Construction Bearcat pregame show. We're going to do it this way this year, where we're going to do a video stream, and it'll also be available audio on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, however you consume your Bearcat media. Last year we tried to do pregame show, but the broadcast would be, who knows when we were going to get on the air. Some days we'd be on air at 6:45, some days it would be 7:25. So we figured if we could bring the fans something more consistent, something more that they could rely on, everybody would enjoy it a little bit more. So you'll be able to find this show on Thursday nights, however you consume your Bearcat media. In the format of the show, we're going to spend segment 1 recapping last week. We'll spend segment 2 with a guest of some sort, some way tied to the Bearcat program, whether it's a football coach, past player, past coach, maybe a coach from another sport or an athlete from another sport, to try to keep everybody involved in the Bearcat program. And then we'll finish segment 3 with an actual preview of the game we're all about to watch. I'm excited to do this with you again this year, John. Last year was fun, and we're just going to continue building on this and continue having fun with it. So we're going to start this one a little different because obviously we didn't have a game last week. We're going to summarize last season a little bit. So last season we saw a little bit of consistency out of the Bearcat program. So in 2019, we made a pretty deep run into the playoffs. It was kind of the first one in a while. Last year didn't quite know what the expectations were with some of the quarterback guy like Jacob Pitts leaving, a few other big contributors. How were the Bearcats going to step up and reload those positions? And they did an excellent job. Played December football again last year. And I think that's the goal this year in my eyes. What I'd like to see from them is just continue building on that consistency where it's not rebuilding, it's reloading.
Absolutely. Back to old school Bearcat football. Just, we don't rebuild, we reload. We used to have the T-shirts.
Yeah, well, that's what we'd like to see from the program. You know, we've just been since probably your era, since the end of, I think 2001, which is a little after your era, but 2001, it's kind of, we've seen our highs, the highest highs, but we've seen some lows in the program, so it's nice to see this consistency coming back. And I think we have the opportunity to really be playing December football again this year if everything goes right. So I'm going to start the show by kind of recapping some of the accomplishments from last year. Say it again.
Yeah, I was going to say, back in the mid-'90s, I think my senior year was like 19 straight district championships, so it was an expectation. I mean, if we wouldn't have won district, it would have been a shame. And I mean, you only had to lose one game really to lose district. That was probably to Salina. It was between us and Salina, and it was the last game of the season every year. But I'm glad to say that I'm undefeated against Salina and continued on that district championship tradition back then.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, these day and age, Salina's grown a little bit more than us, but Bearcats are Pilot Point's catching up. We'll get that rivalry with the Salina fired back up. Me, like I said, I played them as a sophomore, but I wasn't playing a whole lot. So when we were really getting it going my junior and senior year, we never got to put it to them, which was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame. I'd like to see everything revamped.
Oh, me too. Kind of like the Texas A&M rivalry, which we all know is coming back.
Absolutely.
Soon. So it's just a matter of time before Salina and Pilot Point kick it back off, I think, once Pilot Point gets some of this growth that we're looking at.
Yes, sir.
So recapping 2020 last year, 10-4 overall record, District 4 3A runner-up. We runner-up to Brock. Brock, formidable opponent, won the district last year, got upset the round before we did to the same. So area champs, won the third playoff game, which was a regional game to make an appearance in the state quarterfinals, the regional final, leave their first state championship. 3 consecutive 40, have been well north of 40 points a game for the Bearcats offense last year. The defense lagged behind a little with 26.7 points allowed per game, which, in your era was quite a few points, but in the age of offense, but in this era, the age of offense, teams all over the place are scoring more. Like to see that this year. The defense was on the field a lot.
Absolutely.
So that is another thing that I think feeds to some of this explosion in offense. The defenses are just on the field so much. So that's the team wrap. A lot of times bend but not break and get some big turnovers. But this team was loaded with individual accomplishment last year.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, the main one was probably 3A. And then, of course, Jay Cox, who graduated, is going to be a big loss. Big play, Jay. He was our receiving leader with 741, a big hole that we've got to fill this year. And of course, his brother.
If only he had a younger brother that was built the same and looked almost identical to fill his shoes.
Yeah, a little bit taller actually. So we do have the luxury of having Aiden Cox returning. He was a first-team All-District punter. I think it was first-team All-District defensive end as well. But, he averages 42 yards a punt. And he's got a great leg. I mean, he can do it all. Max Holler graduating. He was a passing leader, of course, almost 1,500 yards passing, 18 touchdowns, and then almost 1,400 yards rushing and accounted for 20 touchdowns rushing, so he was a true dual threat.
Do it all.
Yeah, absolutely. So Wyatt Smith has got big shoes to fill there. I think what we're going to see out of Wyatt is a little bit more traditional passer than runner, but I think he's a capable runner as well. But Max was first team All-District quarterback last year. And then we had Jacob Scott, first team All-District lineman, and then of course Avery Smith in the no-fly zone. He was a first team All-District receiver, and he played free safety, so it's a big loss for him graduating. But what I saw out of the scrimmages, we may see Ish back there at free safety a little bit to cover that. Again, Aiden was first team All-District as well at defensive end, and then Tristan Trubenbach. Kind of one of those unsung hero guys. He was first team All-District linebacker, and he had 118 tackles and 2 sacks, so quite a bit of production there. And then I don't think the guy got any honors, but you remember Dorian Soroka kind of
he was the anchor for a while.
Yeah. The first couple of games, we couldn't stop talking about the guy. He was making plays left and right, and then he was running the ball as well. And then I think an injury cut his season and career ultimately a little bit short. But he's a big loss from last year. And then let's see, Troy Tincher is another one of those unsung hero guys that made a lot of plays defensively. He was second team all-district defensive end. He had 39 tackles and 5 sacks. And then Aston Kirby, who's returning, had 29 tackles, my favorite number. Nice job, Aston. One, of course, Ish was the strong corner on the other side, so it was a pretty easy decision, I think, for most teams to go at Aston. But it's going to be interesting to see his development from last year to this year. I think he's going to make 48 of 52 point-after attempts and 9 for 11 field goals. And he also had 6 tackles. He was my favorite special teams tackler, even though you don't want to ask your kicker to make a lot of tackles. Man, he can really hit you from that kicker.
Stick his nose in there and tackle.
Absolutely.
And the range of him too. We'd watch him pregame hitting 40 plus yards. His physical development. Maybe we're at 45 this year. Maybe a senior we get to 50 yards, and that changes the whole game if you have a kid who can kick it as consistently and accurately as Hillel. So that's going to win you ball games. If you play off, we were wanting to change his number because we thought that the referees were watching film and like, oh, it's number 8. Yeah. We got to throw a flag on him. So many times I felt like he was in perfect position, and maybe even the receiver was pulling him to the ground. And for the summer, I believe, with who probably will be our next week's guest, Coach Phillips over there from Fit Body Gym. Yeah. I can't wait to see the development of him and some of those kids that have been working with that. Yeah, absolutely. One thing that when I listen to Chance and Travis, so 6-man or 1A now all the way up to 6A, and Ish is somebody on that's preseason Whataburger super team. So that's not just another 3A compared against other 3A guys or just other guys in this area. That's a statewide from top to bottom super team. So that's pretty cool that we're getting. They had the district breakdown this year. I don't think it's any secret that we've got Brock listed at the top to at least start the season. You brought up to me earlier about the receiver who was at Brock last year, who's now made it. She's kind of bittersweet. We're still going to be seeing him on the schedule, but we don't have to see him in district.
That's Chris.
Yeah, so they're definitely they had an abundance of some different guys. So I don't think it's just a given that Brock finishes at the top, but they're picked at the top. Pilot Point, we're basically slotted to finish exactly where we did last year, right there behind them. And then the team that I'm most concerned about coming out of this district this year, just strictly because what they did to us last year at home, is Whitesboro Bearcats, who are picked to finish 3rd in our district. Seeing the way they played us last year at home really was an awakening to me, and from what I understand, they're returning 9 starters on offense, 7 on defense, to what was already a well-coached, salty football team. So that's going to be a team that we're going to have to keep our eye on this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Whitesboro seems to really bring it in the Battle of the Bearcats last few years. They're taking it personal.
Yeah. What we, as Pilot Point fans and historians, we can't overlook Boyd. Boyd is selected kind of 4th and to nab that final playoff spot. Listening to Chance and Travis talk, they thought that the top 5 of this district, you had your Brock at the top. Pilot Point, we feel like we've separated ourselves and we're there at that 2nd spot. But that 3rd and 4th spot, they said, could be up for grabs between, Whitesboro, Boyd, Paradise, or Bowie, or even Peaster, who's kind of a newer program, who is going to take another step into their program this year. So it's going to be an interesting year. Ponder made huge steps last year. Their academy-style offense, the wishbone, keep the clock running last year, that really helped kind of keep the score under control. From what I understand, they've switched back to a more traditional-style offense, which hopefully opens up the clock a little for the Bearcats to put some more points on them again. Because 2019, we scored 70-something on them. Yeah. And last year, man, we just squeaked by them, it seemed like, with a late touchdown. We only beat them 18-13 last year.
Yeah, Big Play Jay, I remember, had to come through for us in the 4th quarter for us to squeak that one out. We were on pins and needles.
We sure were. So that is kind of how Dave Campbell's Texas football season. I kind of see it pretty similar. The only team that, Brock's going to be Brock. We have our chance with him, I think, because of the things I listed out. But I am definitely going to keep my eye on the Whitesboro Bearcats because I don't know if it was just a fluke game the last 2 years where they kind of came to play Pilot Point. Because apparently the last 2 years they've really played us different than they've played everyone else. But this year we can't fall for that a third time. We got to go in. It's going to be in Whitesboro. We're going to have to show up that night.
Absolutely, it's going to be a battle.
Yeah. So while we just kind of hit on the district summary, let's go ahead and go through the Bearcat schedule this year. So we start off this Friday night, the 27th, in Plainview High School in the Ardmore, Oklahoma area. Plainview, Oklahoma, we played them last year. First time we played an out-of-state team. And we put it on them last year early, and, man, they came hot and heavy in that fourth quarter trying to make that comeback and definitely gave us a scare to open the season. Week 2 will be our first home game of the year, and it'll be the first time we ever match up with Fort Worth All Saints. Had them on the schedule last year with the two twins who committed to Alabama, but due to COVID, they pulled out, and we replaced that game with Castleberry High School, who was coached by the old Pilot Point coach Juan Silva, and we put it on them last year. So I imagine they wouldn't want to play us. 4A school getting tuned up by a 3A school. I don't think I'd want any part of that again either. But then, so those are two tough games to start the season for sure. Both winnable, but both very tough.
Yep.
And then we have, I think, what is always going to be a good measuring stick for the Pilot Point program, and that's Week 3, home game against the Gunner Tigers. So, Pilot Point leads the series against Gunner, something like 29 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie. But Gunner's been racking up the wins here of late.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that way, the way they've had success the last few years against us.
Yeah, and just I want to shout out, I'm going to get a lot of our stats this year you're going to hear on this show and on the broadcast from the newly published Pilot Point Media Guide. Lots and lots of work by Chance Kirby, Travis Marsh, and the Aussies putting it together. It is impeccable. I actually have the actual record in front of me, but my printer isn't near the quality, so it's a little bit blurry for me. But we're going to have a lot of stats to bring you this season that I think y'all are going to be really impressed with, and it all goes to the work that Chance and Travis put in, building this incredible media guide. If you want to look at it, it recaps the Bearcats' entire program. So from
90 years we've been at
the inception of the program to their 600th win in program history last year, which I had no idea that our last win against Bushland was Bushland was Pilot Point's 600th win in program history. That'd have been nice to know going into that game, right? But we have stats like that this year due to just, I can't imagine the hours and hours of work that they put in. It has every record. It has the season record of every season Pilot Point's ever had. All the coaches, it's impeccable. So
it's 1931.
Go look for that on.
We're on the 90th year, right?
Any of the PilotPointBearcats.com media, so the Twitter, Facebook, the website, it's there and it's awesome. So week 4 is when we start the district schedule, and we have a couple road games to start off. We're going to go to Peaster on September 24th, and we're going to follow that with Bowie on October 1st. So both of those, I like this to start district, kind of get us in the groove after 3 tough games. The home, friendly confines of Massey this year when we're doing the Paradise Panthers. So we're not going to have to broadcast from the Paradise stands right above some of the parents.
Hallelujah.
So then the game that, like I said, I'm looking at most this year is Week 7 on the road in Whitesboro. Battle of the Bearcats up 377. And that could really, our first measuring stick of where we are as a program is going to be Week 3 against.
We are live, so we got about a minute and a half of halftime left. So we decided to come back and go over some of this Riney Construction stat checks. Team stats, Bearcats 150 yards through the air, 65 on the ground, 215 as a team. Plainview, only 14 yards through the air. They've done their damage on the ground, 122 yards.
10 years ago, Cowgirls Kennel
to bring them to 136 yards of total offense. They have thrown 1 interception. They have fumbled once. Getting to some player stats, Wyatt Smith, 8 of 17 in his Bearcat debut, 150 yards. No touchdowns, but no interceptions. So at that, not turning the ball over, not equaling the Indians' turnover total. Ish Harris leading the way for the Bearcats on the ground as expected. 13 carries, 67 yards. It's 5.2 yards a carry. He's punched it in the end zone 3 times for the Bearcats today. Receiving, Aiden Cox, 3 catches, 46 yards. Aston Kirby, the big play man of the first half, 2 catches for 70 yards. Ish Harris added 1 catch for 18 yards. Preston Webb, 1 catch for 6 yards. Other side of the ball, Reese Taylor, 1 for 4 for 14 yards through the air. They did have number 7 throw a pass for them. He was 0 for 1 with the interception. Rushing wise, we have Caden Pickens and Blue Norman's numbers conjoined because we really can't tell the difference between 32 and 22, and they look really similar. 6 carries, 28 yards. Reese Taylor, 9 for 94 on the ground. 60 of that is on 1 play. So if you move that, that's 8 for 34 yards. That's really not that good of an average.
Bad.
Yeah. 6 for 17 for number 1, Gillis. And through the air, the only guy, they only completed 1 pass, and that was to number 1 as well for 14 yards.
It's Justin Gillen.
Justin Gillum, yeah. So when I was building this spreadsheet we were going to use, I was like, we had a huge roster. I was like, sure, I added everybody. Surely I got everybody. First carry of the game goes to number 1 for the Indians. He's not on there.
Never fails.
He never fails. Had to adjust on the run. New statistician this year, Chris Nortman, trying his best. I think he's doing all right.
Oh, he's doing all right.
Doing all right.
Could always improve.
Johnny told me he wanted to be part of the crew this year because he was tired of you making fun of him last year.
Well, now it's.
He said you wouldn't dare do it to his face. That's what he told me. Linemen on the kickoff return were like staggered out the 27, 28, dragging him.
I tell you, Ryan, I think the second half is going to be a battle between Caden Pickens and Ish Harris, probably.
Battle of attrition, man. Your 2 stars out here playing both ways, really involved both ways. I feel like we saw instances of both guys definitely showing brief moments of fatigue. We had Caden Pickens really making a big run, flexing to the crowd, and when he calmed down, tapping the helmet. Ish Harris, I didn't see any helmet tapping, but definitely you could see on a couple plays that.
Yeah, Pickens wanted to come off. He had that long kickoff return for a touchdown, and he's on the point after.
Forgot. Yeah. Bearcats offense taking the ball to start the half. Trips left, 1 running back to the right. Wyatt Smith hands off to Ish, who has really no running room right up the middle, maybe a half yard there. So not a great run to start the half, but it's going to be 2nd and 10 here for the Bearcats. The first quarter, some back and forth, lots of clock stoppages. That second quarter, the Indians committed to the run. That second quarter flew by, so we'll be interested to see what type of half this is. Because, the first week of the year, who's in the best shape?
That's right. It's going to come down to conditioning, I think.
So here we go. 2 receivers left. H-back to the left of Wyatt Smith. Takes a snap. He's looking left to pass. Steps up into a clean pocket. Throws the ball deep. Aston Kirby. He brings it in across the 40, 35. Another huge play there by Aston Kirby.
Man, this Wyatt Smith to Aston Kirby connection is paying off.
It is paying off. Aston Kirby having a big week 1. That is a Bearcat Nutrition Den big play there. Deep into the Indian territory. Wyatt Smith seems to have found himself a go-to target.
His favorite target so far.
Down to the 32-yard line of the Indians, and we're lined up ready to go again. See that orange flash running down the Bearcat sideline? Did you see that?
Who was that?
Well, Ish Harris getting this carry right. Yeah. And it sticks out because Bearcat's wearing all white. I saw that orange flash running down there.
I wonder how much stretching he does pregame.
You ever see a lion stretch before he hunts? I bet he does none. Gleiser tied in on the right side. This is going to be a handoff to Ish Harris, who's going to get to the outside a little bit of space. Jumps over a man, out of bounds, outside the 25. And Justin Gibb didn't bring him all the way down, and he has letting the referee know about it.
Happy about it.
Dirty, but it was definitely a little late,
Back talking, and Cole Beasley said a dog doesn't stretch before he chases a rabbit.
Yeah.
And Dak said it's called downward dog.
Oh, blitz right up the middle, tunnel screen. Thing about a tunnel screen like that is you're supposed to let your man go, but you got to at least slow his progress down,
Yeah.
Wyatt Smith doing a great job just avoiding him there.
Plainview's brought the pressure all game.
Yeah, that's something you got to understand. The tunnel screen is designed to allow that pressure.
Yep.
But if he's got to run and start at the line of scrimmage as you snap the ball, you got to slow him down. 4th and 2 here for the Bearcats. Hard count there, looking to the sideline to get the call. It's a big 4th down here early in the second half here.
4-3 alignment from Plainview. Caden Pickens making a call defensively.
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised to see him coming, and both those outside backers coming too. Snap, and it's going to be a pass, and they're throwing the slant route to Aiden Cox, who catches it for a first down inside the 15. And that's going to be a Irick Real Estate first down inside the Point Bank red zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Hey, yes, we show some trust in your quarterback making his first start on a 4th and 2 throwing a slant route.
Yeah, that was nice. It just looked very smooth and easy.
Ooh, hurrying up under center. Got the call. And we're going to snap and just right up the middle. Ish Harris is going to stutter step, and he's going to be met. Caden Pickens there, not wasting any time getting into the backfield.
Ish just never got going in the backfield there. Looked like he kind of stumbled as he received the handoff.
Yep.
He's going to get subbed out for Curley.
Yeah, going to get a bit of rest in the second half. And now the infamous Curly Brockman. Let's see if we give Curly some carries. Alex Puga is going to be there back with him. So, Alex Puga, we saw some tough running in the playoffs last year as well.
Yep, both of them. Like to see Curly's crazy legs get moving here.
Yep, well, he's going to be to Wyatt Smith's right, H-back, Alex Puga to the right. 2 tight ends, 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left. Snap, and there's going to be the Curly Brock. No, Wyatt Smith's going to keep it right behind him. In that congested middle of the field there, going to get down to the 10-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and 6 here for the Bearcats offense.
Interesting little option keep. Curly thought it was going to be an option give.
3rd and 6 here deep in Indian territory at the Indian 10-yard line, deep in the Point Bank red zone. Pilot Point threatening to take the lead back on their first drive in the second half. 2 receivers right, H-back and running back to Wyatt Smith's right. It's going to be a rollout right. He's going to have some time to throw. He delivers it in the end zone. Oh, Aiden Cox on the comeback slipped before the ball got there. Goes right over him. It's going to be incomplete. He had some space. He was open, but it looked like he lost his footing on the comeback.
Yeah, he sure did. He tried to make the break in the end zone and just lost his feet, went out from underneath him, and the ball was delivered perfectly, but Aiden was on the carpet.
So we're going to attempt our second field goal of the game. The extra points have went great. The only field goal attempt we tried did not go so well. So this will be a Nick's Italian field goal attempt, and it'll be a 28-yarder for Alejos. Snap, hold, the kick is up. It's good long snap, enough. Good hold. It is accurate. It is good. Nick's Italian field goal is good. 8:31 left in the third quarter. The Bearcats have taken the lead 24-21. We'll come back with for a Southern Junkies kickoff after this.
And they'll take care of you. Go Bearcats.
Curtis and Holly Peacock are proud supporters of Pilot Point ISD. Peacock family wants to wish all students in the Pilot Point ISD a great 2021-22 school year and encourage them to continue making our community proud. The success of our school district is a true reflection of the quality of students here in Pilot Point. It is always a great day to be a Pilot Point Bearcat.
Hi, I'm Greg Pelzel. Here at Pelzel Printing, we do custom embroidery, custom screen printing, and promotional product. You can reach Greg Pelzel at 940-453-5443. Go Bearcats.
Point Bank is proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats 2021 football season. Open your real free checking account with Point Bank and show your Bearcat pride with a Point Bank school logo debit card, custom designed with the Pilot Point High School logo on the front. Visit pointbank.com to know more. Point Bank. Your neighbors love us. You will too. Member FDIC.
And we're back. So teed up for the Southern Junkies kickoff here. Elias Alejos with a good Nick's Italian field goal. So we're going to kick it off, and we need to cover this one better than we did the one earlier.
Once again, let's not kick it to Caden Pickens. Yeah,
this is a low line drive, having trouble fielding it, just having to jump on it. The referees blew the whistle a little before they jumped on it, but ultimately didn't change the outcome. They got it.
Yeah, I like the philosophy there. More go with the little worm burner instead of kicking it deep after that last kickoff return for a touchdown. Looks like they got us for offsides, though.
Offsides, okay, that's why they were blowing the whistle so early, I guess. Yep, so I'm trying to go through my computer here, looking at the Ryan Construction stat sheets. Having a little bit of technical difficulty here on our end. So the Bearcats are going to re-kick it here. Ashton Kirby, though, man, 35-yard average in the second, in the first half, and then he added a big play here in the second half. So he has 3 catches for north of 106 yards.
Looks like Wyatt's favorite target so far.
Yeah, 100-yard receiving game in your first game your junior year is setting up for a big year, huh?
Yeah, it looks like he's Wyatt's Huckleberry.
I love the reference. Here we go, teeing up to re-kick it at our own 35. We'll see what the strategy is here. Last time we just kind of squibbed it. We've pooched it. We've squibbed it before. Last year we did a lot of the pooch kicks. And this is going to be just another kind of pooch.
Stand bounds, though.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it was a onside type. I don't think it was designed to be an onside kick, but it was that little squib that Bearcats definitely had a chance to get on it, but it was just too hot and went right out of bounds.
Yeah, if it stays in bounds, it's really effective, but it's too close to the sideline.
Yep, so there's going to be a penalty. I wonder if they're going to make him re-kick. I didn't know that was an option until the Bearcats got
had to do
second.
it last.
Yeah. And it worked out because Aston Kirby had the big return. That's another thing Aston Kirby's done. He had that big return that kind of set us up for an opportunity before the end of the half. I think they're just going to place the ball in the 40, and the Indians are going to take the ball. That's what it looked like. The referee was just pointing at the 40.
Yep, absolutely. That's what it's going to be. They're going to have good, decent field position here.
Indians going to get the ball first and 10 on their own 40 on their left hash. So let's see the Bearcat defense try to play complimentary football. They got some points on the board. Let's force a stop here and try to add to the lead. .8:27 left here in the third quarter. They're breaking the huddle, and they've got two receivers left, one right. This is their go-to under center formation with Gillum and Pickens behind Reese Taylor, and this is going to be a handoff right to number 1, and he's just sticking the head down and running. He's a tough runner, man.
Yep.
Justin Gillum.
Yep, good tough running right up the gut. We've got to do a better job tackling.
Well, that was a first down there for the Indian. Oh, well, they're going to give them 9.5 of a needed 10.
Second.
Nope, they're moving.
They're moving the chains.
Yeah. It's hard to see from this, from this far, trying to see what they're trying to do over there.
Well, they moved the down marker to second, put it really close, but then the chains finally moved.
So I wonder if the Indians coaching staff saw that the slow pace that the first quarter was taking. They were worried about some of the conditioning, and they really started letting the clock run more, and that's it's going to lend to both teams.
Seems to be their game plan. We're down under 5 now.
Yeah. Snap, handoff to number 1 right at the center. Earlier in the game, the Bearcats' defensive line was staying stout in those sorts of situations. Right now, the Indians are getting some yardage on those. Curly Brockman comes up from the bottom of the pile, jumping up and down a little. I'm sure he'll shake that off pretty quickly.
A little Brooks and Dunn.
Some good music out here. Curly Brockman makes me think, I bet he was mutton busting from like 2-3 years old.
There's no doubt.
No doubt. My son is turning into a little tank. My wife is a city girl, so I was telling her about mutton busting. And first video she saw all the goats were real cute, so she was into it. Then she saw it live, and the goats weren't as cute. She wasn't into it.
Changed her mind.
Yeah, snap the ball, hand it right to number 1 up the middle, and again just carrying a pile. Curly Brockman, after being drugged about 5 yards, slings them down. But that's another Indian first down.
Yeah, they're rolling now. Speaking of goats, if you need any, I think Terry Slay's like, I don't know if he's doing goat yoga or something over at his business, but he's posting a bunch of pictures of his goats.
Well, you know what? You could tell me he is into anything, and I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't know if it's a fetish, but
it's the second half material you get here on the Pilot Point Bearcat broadcast.
Go Bearcats.
Go Bearcats. 1st and 10 here for the Indians at the Bearcat 38-yard line. Reese Taylor under center. And they're going to just do quarterback's not keeping on the right side. This is the play that was for 60 earlier. And it's going to go all the way for an Indian touchdown. 38 yards for Reese Taylor, and the Indians are going to take the lead back. That is the same play that they ran for the 60-yard touchdown earlier.
Ran it to
there's some laundry on the field.
Some laundry on the field, I hope, but they just ran it to the other side of the field. Yeah, it's on them. It's coming back. But we are not doing a good job of setting the edge there.
Well, that's that. So if you're familiar with the triple option, where they take that wing back and it looks like he's going to run a sweep, but he ends up tucking it in between that tackle and that tight end, that's what that play is, and he has 2 lead blockers that go right in front of him. So, it's kind of congested in the hole, and if you don't have 2 or 3 people trying to plug that hole,
he's going to break loose, and he's a capable runner.
Yep, so Bearcats catch a huge break on that, and it's going to be 1st and 8 because the hold happened so far up the field that it's a 10-yard penalty, but the penalty happened 2 yards past the first down marker, so it's that rare 1st and 8 here for the Indians. But they've had success here in this third quarter just pounding the ball between the tackles, so I'd look for more of it. And they're going to do it here. They're going to just dive right to the left side. That looked like it might have been Caden Pickens instead of Gillum there. Nope, Justin Gillum. They're feeding him here the rock here in the third quarter. Leading to a running clock here, 5:52 and counting. Because the touchdown was taken off the board, the Bearcats still hold the lead, 24-21. But the Indians are definitely imposing their will here to start this third quarter.
It'd be nice if we had big Gavin Wheeler, their defensive tackle, to sub in.
Yeah.
I think he's he'll be back in a couple weeks, I believe.
Right now, yeah. So here we go, under center for the Indians. Reese Taylor takes the snap, and he's going to just dive it right up the middle.
Again.
And you know what? I mean, at this point, I'm on the the bandwagon for what this Indian coach is doing. He's saying, I'm going to run the same play over and over until you guys prove you can stop it. And so far, we haven't.
That's right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yes, every time they get this first down or this good run, we got hard working man by Brooks and Dunn. Yeah. Got a good atmosphere here. They like a lot of production by the people up here in the press box. Those occasional power surges and some music being played from time to time.
Yeah, giving Terry Slay a hard time, but he could learn something with the production value up here at the stadium.
Yep. Another run right between the tackles. The Bearcats do a bit of a better job this time, but it's still going to go for 3 or 4. And you know what? We're kind of made some jokes, but I'm not sure our lights are capable of going on and off at the rate that these are. So I don't know if we should try it.
This Plainview team is turning into my old basketball teammate at Pilot Point, Lance Goodrum. They just won't pass. They just keep running it.
Well, they're
very selfish.
They're 1 for 4 for 14 yards and an interception. So last year, I'm trying to rack my brain. So there were 2 good quarterbacks on this team last year. And I believe Reese Taylor came in relief and was slinging the ball in the second half, so we know he can throw the ball. And he's going to take the snap from the shotgun, but it's going to be another run right up the middle. And the safety couldn't make the tackle, and this time it's going all the way.
It's got to be Caden Pickens again.
Yeah. And that's number 32, Caden Pickens, on that run right there for the touchdown for the Indians. So we got a second chance at it when they got in the end zone earlier, but couldn't keep them out ultimately.
Yeah, it appears the best way to tell Blue Norman and Caden Pickens apart is the guy that scores the touchdown. It's usually Caden Pickens.
Yep. So they're lining up for the PAT to make it a 4-point Indian lead. Snap. The hold. The kick is up. It's a line drive, and it's through the uprights. 3:55 left in the third quarter. The Indians have taken the lead back, and they're going to have a 28-24 lead. We're going to go to commercial, and we'll be right back.
Pilot Point Feed Store is a locally owned, family-run business built on service. Established in 2003, the Shawn family's experience, knowledge, and exceptional customer service is unmatched. Pilot Point Feed carries a large selection of feeds for all types of animals. While you're there, be sure to visit the retail department and boutique, offering name-brand clothing like Double D Ranch and Tasha Palese. They also have ranch supplies, deer feeders, cooking grills, home decor, furniture, gifts, and much, much more. Pilot Point Feed, more than just a feed store.
The National Fellowship of Raceway Ministries provides Christian outreach for auto racing all across the United States at dirt tracks, short tracks, and racing venues that include NASCAR, IndyCar, and ARCA racing, and many other series. We train chaplains and create opportunities for local churches to get involved in fan outreach. We understand competition in sports events, and we work hard to provide a positive influence in the midst of auto racing action. Learn more at racewayministries.org. And meanwhile, go Bearcats.
And we're back here for the Southern Junkies kickoff. Interesting, the Indians have had a handful of different strategies on the kickoff, and they've all been pretty effective. So they approach, and this one's going to be a pooch kind of down the Indian sideline and
out of bounds.
Once again out of bounds. And I got to be heads up on that sideline. Coach was coaching up some players and took the ball right off the shin off of a bounce. He's walking it off.
And one of his players is having a good time with it. He's dying laughing.
I'll tell you a story. When I was in 08 or 07, 08, one of the years, a defensive coordinator was celebrating an interception and jumped up, and he tore his calf when he did it, and he turned around, looked like he was ready to punch somebody. He said that it felt like somebody behind him kicked him.
Yeah.
And That's the same defensive coordinator that tried to throw old Nordy here in at safety in a playoff game because he was so unhappy with his safety. He said, "Just give me a body." Turned around and grabbed Chris.
Yeah, he must have been desperate.
Yeah, he ended up. They decided not to.
Worst mistake of his career.
Worst mistake of his career, Nordy says. Here we go. Bearcat offense coming back out. They stalled late in their opening drive of the half. It looked promising. Couldn't get it in for 6. They did get a field goal, which, hey, points matter. So in the end of this thing, that 3 points could be big.
Certainly could.
Trips left for the Bearcats. Wyatt Smith takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Ish Harris. There hadn't been a whole lot of room up the middle for the Bearcats. You know, this offensive line, bit undersized, bit inexperienced. They've done decently well allowing the edge, getting us the edge. They have held up pretty well in pass protection considering the blitzing that's been done. But currently, right now, running between the tackles has been a little hard pressed.
It's been hard to come by.
That is correct.
Yards in the
that was about a half yard there.
B gaps.
Carries piling up for Ish Harris. That's 18 for 75 yards on the night, but he does have the 3 Bearcat touchdowns. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Wyatt Smith drop back to pass. Steps up into the pocket, looking downfield, and ultimately gets sacked at the 40. He's going to get back the line of scrimmage, and that's number 1, Justin Gillum, who's been carrying the rock a lot for the Indians. Gets the pressure and the sack. Oh, Wyatt Smith hobbling.
Uh-oh, he's going to take a knee.
He's going to sit down for a minute, maybe have to hopefully miss a play or two. You know, he did take a hit there. He stepped up into a pocket that was somewhat congested, and he's done that a lot tonight where he's been able to step into a fairly clean pocket. I liked how I kept seeing his eyes looking downfield. In this particular instance, had a guy, one of his own men, looking for somebody to block, kind of ran into him, impeded his progress, which ultimately led to the sack.
Yeah, he did a good job just to hang on to that football because Gilliam got him from behind.
Yeah, and he swatted at it too.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is a sack because it was about a half-yard loss on the play, and it was definitely a pass play. So the Bearcats, when they come out of this, are going to be 3rd and 10 from their own 40. Let's get one commercial in real quick, and we'll be back on the other side for 3rd down.
Riney Construction has been in the business for over 20 years. They offer an extended array of custom barns, buildings, fencing, and barn dominiums. Custom work by Riney Construction is full service. From design to completion, they ensure your vision becomes a reality. Riney Construction provides free estimates for your metal building or fencing project. Contact Riney Construction to turn your project on paper into a beautiful barn, shop, home, or fence at allenrineyconstruction@gmail.com or call Allen at 940-367-4698.
Oh, wait, we're going to have Preston Webb, number 19, in at quarterback for the Bearcats.
Okay.
Trips right, 1 receiver left. It's 3rd and 10, motion right to left. It's going to be a jet sweep. Number 12 gets it. He's going to turn the corner. Crew Chandler spins back in the inside, and he's going to get some yardage. It's going to make a 4th down decision feasible here. So, you know, I wouldn't be totally against a punt, but we're here at midfield. It's about 4th and 3. Wyatt Smith is back in the ball game here. So you got your guy back. You know, the way
go for it.
The way Plainview kind of controlled the rock on the last drive, I wouldn't be against seeing it here, but it looks like we have made a different decision, which I also am not. Defense has been dependable so far today. I mean, they've shown they can get you a stop. So we're going to line up to punt this ball and play the field position game, which we did very well at in the first half.
Aiden's going to punt it. Oh, we'll get a timeout maybe.
I'll think about it.
Or we just took a delay. Nope. They threw a flag, but they picked it up. Got a timeout.
So I'm looking at the chat here, which is really active today, and it's funny because I just watched this long video about the difference between Huckleberry and Huckleburr when you made the reference earlier, and I was gonna, that's most everybody thinks it's Huckleberry. I go and look at the chat, and somebody pointed out Russell Jones Hucklebearer, which is it's a little different. interesting little fact there. So anybody who's interested in all that, it's pretty interesting.
Sure, he's not just making fun of my mush mouth?
No, he's not. It's funny that it's just kind of one of those weird things that I literally just saw the whole thing last week, and then you mentioned it today, and it's like, oh, well, fun little fact. Well, here we go. So it's 4th and 3. Bearcats line up to punt. Probably, a guy probably could become an all-state punter. Aiden Cox back there, but he's an athlete too. So Motion left to right here on the punt team. Aiden Cox gets it. He's going to get the punt off. It's a good punt.
It's a beauty.
It's going to bounce at the 10, 11, 5. Oh, it's going to roll in the end zone. I mean, he has the leg for D1 punter.
Yeah, he
got to learn that little backspin trick, and he could really be doing something.
It looked like he didn't even try to kick that.
He really didn't put the leg into it. Yeah, just so. We got to start getting some tape on that out there, That's a good thing about this day and age with so much more tape. Guys like Ish Harris playing at smaller schools that have, good quality, good kid, hard worker, great talent. Schools like A&M can come out and find a kid like that in today's age with all the film out there, all the social media. Have guys like Cade Carter, last year Jay Cox, Max Holler, guys like that getting opportunities. I think it's pretty neat.
Yeah, absolutely. They're gonna find you nowadays.
Yeah.
A lot more media availability.
Yep. Minute 53 left in the third quarter. Indians coming back out after a powerful statement on their opening drive of the third quarter. Snap. Quarterback's going to keep it around the left side. He's going to get the edge, but how far can he go? He gives Curly Brockman a stiff arm or two. But Curly forces him out. So Curly ultimately does the job, but it's about a 12, 13-yard carry. So it's going to go from the 20 to the 33-yard line. So about a 13-yard carry there.
It's like Plainview's playing with a little bit more confidence in this third quarter.
Well, I know just speaking from an offensive line, when you start pounding the ball like that, you start gashing, you start getting some chunks of yards like that. It's just what you want to keep doing,
Gives you that shot in the arm.
Yeah, appreciate. The coach on the Indian sideline is recognizing that, and the Bearcats defense is going to have to find an answer. Play gap assignment football because that little quarterback keeper, the way they do that is tough to stop because you have one man in the gap, and the lead blocker can take that, and gotta have some team help there. And this is gonna be another dive right up the middle, and there we go. Bearcat solves it up there. 1 yard loss there. Bearcat defense steps up there and is gonna at least make the Indians think about trying something else after that.
If you remember back to last year, Ryan, we praised Coach Freeze quite a bit for the defensive adjustments, so he's no stranger to making a good defensive adjustment, shutting out a team.
2nd and 11 here for the Indians, and they are definitely going to let this clock run. Coach is looking, making sure it's under 15 seconds before he brings his play caller in. I guess it's kind of easy when you just keep saying same play. So the formation's a little different here. Under center, running back staggered a little different. It's going to be a rollout bootleg pass, and there is pressure immediately in his face. They can't get him down, though. Reese Taylor rolls out left,
Curly.
has a chance to run. Curly Brockman gets him, trips him up. Wow, 2-3 guys, Alex Puga, Aiden Cox, a few different Bearcats in the backfield that had the opportunity at a huge loss. Reese Taylor says, what, you may get me, you're gonna have to get me to the ground though, and they didn't do it there.
Did his little Tony Romo impersonation right there.
Yep, gets it all the way out. So what should have been probably a 7-8 yard loss turned into a short gain or a decent gain. So we're looking at 3rd and 4.
They're going to bleed out this clock.
And they're going to bleed out the third quarter. So that was a quick quarter here. At this rate, the fourth quarter is going to be over in no time. So at the end of 3 quarters, Plainview Indians 28, Pilot Point Bearcats 24. We come back on the other side. It'll be Indians ball, 3rd and 4 from their own 36.
Pelzo Barbershop and Salon and Southern Junkies has been home of the Bearcats since 1973. Whether you are looking for a classic crew cut or the perfect game day outfit, we have you covered. We carry a few fan favorite brands including Hey Dude Shoes, Judy Blue Jeans, Z Supply Clothing, and Orleans Candle Company. Come check us out on the north side of the square in downtown Pilot Point or online at www.southernjunkies.com, and that is junkies with a Z. And don't forget, go Bearcats!
Connect your life to the world with Speed of Light broadband. In the age of information, the internet is no longer a convenience or luxury. It is an essential element of the human experience. The internet has changed the way we think about and interact with the world. At Speed of Light broadband, we unite communities to this universe of information through fixed, high-speed wireless broadband connections. Speed of Light broadband's internet service is faster and more reliable than DSL or satellite connections. Speed of Light broadband. We bring your home and your community into the digital future.
Here we are back for the start of the Peacock family fourth quarter. Bearcats have a big opportunity in front of them, 3rd and 4. Make a statement here, force a 4th down, and an Indian decision on what they want to do.
It's going to be, we got ourselves a good one here.
You know, last year entering the 4th quarter, we thought we had the game sewn up, and the Indians put it on them late and made it interesting.
You won that 4th quarter.
Here we go, 3rd and 4, traditional.
I think it was
Indian
30-6 and ended up 30-20.
And this is going to be a dive right up the middle. Nope, Reese Taylor's going to keep it. And we can't bring him down again. He escapes out the backside. And once again, a couple Bearcats there with the opportunity to make a tackle for a loss, but can't bring Reese Taylor down. And he ends up getting 1 yard more than needed for the first down. So it's going to be an Indian first down. And the Bearcat defense is going to have to find it in them here. We got Alex Puga and Aiden Cox back-to-back plays in the backfield. Just can't quite finish it.
Yeah, they're really playing one-dimensional football, just running it, pounding the rock.
Well, I mean, 1 for 4 on the day through the air for the Indians for 14 yards.
Yeah, I'm sure their game plan changed whenever Morgan Pearson is not playing.
Yeah, a shotgun snap. Caden Pickens seems to get most of these carries. He stood up at the line of scrimmage, but he keeps those legs churning. It took 4 or 5 Bearcats to finally get him down. Curly Brockman, one of them. Big number 72 for the Bearcats in on that as well. Number 72, PJ Scruggs, helping bring him down there for a gain of about 4 yards there for Pickens. That was a tough run.
It was. Looked like we had him at the line of scrimmage, and he
stood him up, but he kept moving his feet.
Moved the pile.
So 2nd and 6 here for the Indians, making sure they get every bit of this play clock run before running each play. Shortens the game. A lot of one-way players or two-way players on both sides here helps keep them engaged, but the Bearcat defense is spending a lot of time on the field here. Snap, going to be handoff right up the middle, and the Bearcat defense toughens up there, and that's going to be no gain, so we're going to force a 3rd down here. And hopefully we have a similar experience the last 3rd down, but we finish the tackle in the backfield.
And our defensive tackles are earning their paycheck today.
Yeah, the defensive coordinator is doing a good job of swapping in defensive linemen. Right at the end of that play, saw 2 new fresh ones come on while the 2 guys who just were in on that tackle are going to get a breather. So a big 3rd and 6 here for the Indians. Under 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, brought to you by the Peacock family. Once again, title sponsor of the broadcast this year, Speed of Light Broadband. And we're going to be in the shotgun. Caden Pickens next to Reese Taylor. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap, drop back to pass for Taylor. He's rolling out right. He's being pressured. He's going to slip it out to Gillum. Gillum is not brought down by Ish Harris, and he's going to tiptoe up the sideline into the Bearcat territory for a first down. Got to wrap up if you want to make tackles, especially somebody big like number 1 Gillum.
Yep, Gillum just slipped out coverage there and, man, made the most out of it. Tiptoed down that sideline.
Yep, Ish Harris had a beat on him come and didn't wrap him up. Lowered the shoulder, tried to put the boom on him.
Yeah, nice hit on him. But
yeah, Gillum's a big kid, though.
Got
to bring him to the ground. That's the 2nd or 3rd consecutive 3rd down for the Bearcats, where they have the opportunity to make the tackle short and can't finish the play. Pressure on the play there by a couple different Bearcat defenders, and Gillum, who was out in the flat blocking, released the last second, so that's why he was so open.
Yeah, good pressure on the quarterback. Just didn't finish the tackle.
Only the 2nd completion on the game for the Indians offense, but these 12-minute quarters, the way the clock's running, they're going to use an uppercut granite timeout here. I guess they couldn't decide exactly what they wanted to do. 1st and 10 at the Bearcat 47-yard line. John, the Bearcats defense has to start making some tackles.
We really do. We got to get the offense back on the field.
Yep.
Preferably without giving up any points.
Yeah, the most you can afford here is 3. So anything more than 3, the way their ball control offense has been controlling the ball, it's going to make it really tough on you later on in the game. Got some big, strong, impressive kids here for the Indians that, kind of similar last year. Last year, the weather was so hot that the Indians early looked like it just drained them. But late in the game, they seemed to be the fresher team in the 4th quarter. Right now, it kind of appears a similar manner to where the way they're controlling the ball, pounding the rock, they're looking like they're asking for more, and this defense is really grasping for something.
Yeah, we got a different ball game than we did last year for sure.
Well, I think somebody on the Bearcat defense needs to bear down and try to create a turnover here. It's not apparent. We don't have to have a turnover. We need to get a stop, but a turnover might change that momentum, spark the offense.
Two big turnovers last year, 2 big fumble recoveries. So it'd be nice to get another one in this one tonight.
And, you don't feel like there's much urgency, right? You're down 4, 9.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. But when you consider that we've had the ball one time this half. We've had the ball one time this half on the offense. Or no, we've had it twice. Sorry, we've had 2 possessions.
Yep.
So we're 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, and we've only had the ball twice so far this half. So, the urgency continues to mount as they continue to drive the ball. I-right formation for the Indians under center snap. It's going to be handed off and bounced by Gillum, and he's going to be drug out at about the 40 before he's slung down.
And they're one a little excessive.
Yep. Ish is unhappy because they were wanting the.
Ish got tackled on the track over here.
Well, that's I think what he was trying to get his point across is how you going to ask it for it on me.
Oh, now he's getting a penalty.
Now he's getting a penalty because he's
Yeah, Preston Webb was doing a good job of being a good teammate there, trying to get him out of the fray with the officials, but we got a late advanced care penalty.
And that's going to hurt the team. Something like that. Hurting the team by carrying it on. I understand the frustration, but
you got to flush it and you got to move on.
Got to flush and got to move on because ultimately nothing's going to change and you just cost your team 15 yards. So, but here we go. So that's going to put it from 2nd and 5 to 1st and 10. And I'm going to say this ball's probably going to be put on the 25-yard line of the Bearcats because a 15-yarder.
Got to bear down here, control our emotions, and try to regain the momentum.
Yep, that's exactly right. So now, like I was just talking about the urgency, it doesn't seem like we should be talking about the urgency in a 4-point game with this much time. But every yard the Indians move closer to our end zone, every second that ticks off, the urgency increases just a little. Under center for Reese Taylor. He's going to take the snap, turn around, and fumble. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. Who got on it? Did the Bearcats got on it? My goodness.
Yes, sir. That's what we needed.
An incredible break there. Everything seemed to be going against you. You just get a big penalty, and the quarterback, running back exchange on the handoff. Ball's on the ground.
Man, that's just what we needed.
That is
what the doctor ordered.
That is exactly what we were talking about. Now, we go from being, some urgency to now, okay, let's relax. Let's be us on offense. And let's see Ish channel some of this frustration, some of the anger that he seems to have about some of the things that have been going on, and let's channel it into running the football here.
Absolutely. That's
because you are, you are the biggest, strongest on the field. Let's show it off,
Yeah, he's not in on this play, but going 4 wide.
3 wide, trips right, 1 left. Cade Carter down the lone receiver on the Indian sideline snap. Going to looking to throw the ball, slant route. And Wyatt Smith takes a hit that, it wasn't Wyatt Smith. Okay, so incomplete pass on the right side. Dak Morgan engaged with Gillums.
Yeah, Gillum helped him up after the play. Looked like we thought he was laying on the quarterback, but it was Dak Morgan.
2nd and 10 for the Bearcats here. So we got Wyatt Smith in at quarterback, Curly Brockman playing running back next to him, 2 receivers left, 2 right.
I'd like to see Wyatt connect with Aston Kirby on another long pass play.
Roll out right, good blitz pickup. Wyatt Smith lets it go, completed for a first down plus, right on cue, Aston Kirby. And it looks like we might get a face mask at the end of that play. What was already 12 yards is going to turn into more. There was another flag that came even later than that.
Advanced care penalty.
Yeah, so let's see what the second flag was. Maybe that receiver was referee was just a little late getting his flag out. But it's a 12-yard completion, Aston, and let's see what happens at the end. Yeah, so both referees saw the face mask. Going to add 15 to that. It's going to put us into Indian territory in the Irish Real Estate first down.
Hey, Aston on the positive end of a advanced care penalty.
So he's going to have 4 catches for 118 yards on the day for Aston Kirby. Trips left for the Bearcats. Running back left. We normally roll it out left on this. This time we're going to hand it to Curly Brockman up the middle. Ooh! So Curly Brockman gets up after the big hit, but hey, Curly Brockman gained 4 yards, took the lick, and got right back up, held on to the football. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Bearcats.
Yeah, Justin Gilliam has laid some licks in this game. He's bringing the lumber.
Got an Indian down here, and that's gonna stop the clock here, stop the progress. The Bearcats weren't looking to hurry or anything. You know what? Tough run there by Curly, but he took that hit, and he once again, he took the lick, he held on the football, he got right back up. So 8:23 and counting here for the Bearcats. We're getting a little timeout here, injury timeout, so we're going to take one commercial, and we'll be back.
Sunset Pools of North Texas helps people build custom pools for their perfect backyards. Even if the perfect backyard includes an outdoor kitchen, fire pit, or more, Sunset Pools of North Texas does it all. Shane Blagg, the owner, is a proud Bearcat alum who has built pools in the Pilot Point area for over a decade now. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Sunset Pools of North Texas, where your backyard dreams become a reality. You can visit Sunset Pools at sunsetpoolsntx.com. That's sunsetpoolsntx.com.
And we're back here. Indian is getting up off the field with some assistance. Looks like he's getting over there. He's going to be fine. That's Lane Johnson getting a hand. He gives the crowd the thumbs up. I'm sure he'll just going to miss a play or two, and he'll be right back. So here we go. We're going to set up 2nd and 6. So the Bearcat offense is moving the ball. Had a 13-yard completion to Ashton Kirby, plus the 15-yarder at the end. 3 or 4 yards there on that carry for Curly Brockman, who's still going to be in the backfield next to Wyatt Smith coming out of this little timeout. Trips left, which is the wide side of the field. Crew Chandler, Ashton Kirby, Cade Carter on this side. Aiden Cox up at the top all alone. Curly Brockman to Wyatt Smith's left. A lot of these instances you see the rollout left when you get trips and the running back to the same side for the Bearcats. This is going to be a drop straight back. Want to go one-on-one. Aiden Cox, the ball. Can he get under? He gets under it. In stride.
There it is.
Touchdown, Bearcats. Beautiful throw. Bearcat Nutrition Den. We've been looking for that. That was a 43-yard bomb from Wyatt Smith to Aiden Cox in stride.
Yeah.
He never broke stride. Matter of fact, he kind of turned up the gas there at the end to get under it.
Yeah, he really did.
Bearcats take the lead back with 8:07 left in the 4th quarter. Set up the swinging gate, looking over, getting the calls. We're going to swing it over and kick the field goal, try to extend the lead out to 3 points. What a throw!
That was a great pitch and catch right there. Plainview's playing like little umbrella coverage, but they didn't give Aiden enough room.
Ran right under that ball, man. What a throw, what a catch. Bad snap. Felled it. Now, you know what? Alejos does the right thing and jumps on it. Points matter in games like this, so you hate to not get that Nick's Italian PAT.
Yeah, but if they scoop it up and take it back the other way,
it's tie game.
Tie game. So.
Yeah, so smart move by Alejos just to jump on it. 8:07 left in the 4th quarter. Bearcats 30, Indians 28. Just as we started the broadcast, Pilot Point 11-1 when scoring exactly 30. So I feel pretty good. 11-1 in school history when scoring exactly 30 points. 30 was enough to win last year.
Yeah, but I think it's going to take another score.
3 turnovers by the Bearcat defense. Let's see, hey, let's get a 4th.
Yes, sir. Go for the grand slam.
Yep, so the Bearcats are going to have to tee this up, and a big kick here, because we can't allow what happened to us to close out the first half happen here, where you get all the momentum going your way, and then you immediately turn it around and let the other team get a big play. So I'd like to see the Bearcats' strategy here. Maybe a direct kick at somebody, a pooch kick up in the air.
Yeah, definitely don't want to kick it to Caden Pickens. We know that.
So Wyatt Smith impressive in his debut. Riney construction stat check. Wyatt Smith having himself a day through the air. 11 of 25. The completion percentage we'd like to see increase. 242 and a touchdown though. So 242 yards of total passing, 99 yards receiving for Aiden Cox, 119 for Ashton Kirby. Alejos is going to approach this. It's going to be a pooch kick that's going to be fair caught by number 7 at their own 32-yard line. That was backup quarterback Graves, I believe. Number 7, Grant Graves, who fair caught that. Bearcat defense is going to come out and have a chance to make something happen. One thing I'll say is the way we were getting gashed the last couple of drives, we're getting gashed, but we're getting gashed 5, 6, 7 yards. We're not allowing that big play, which allows the offense an opportunity to make a mistake. And that's what happened on the last drive.
Yeah, we got to look for that little quarterback keeper, though. He's gotten loose twice. One of them we got fortunate it got called back with a penalty. But Reese Taylor's a capable runner.
Yeah, so Ish Harris back in the game after taking the rest of that defensive series last time off, and the offense series off, and he's playing linebacker here. They're going to try to help him plug that middle. Just handoff right up the middle, and the Bearcats are going to finish the tackle that time.
Nice tackle.
For a half-yard gain, maybe. Justin Gillum getting the work for the Indians tonight on the ground. Lots of carries for that young man. 16 carries for Gillum. The yardage isn't ridiculous. It's 60 yards on 16 carries, but getting quite the workload on the Bearcats. And Ish Harris gotten a workload of his own, 18 yards for 75, or 18 carries for 75 yards. So this is where I imagine if you told the coach of the Indians this is where you're going to be at this time frame, he'd probably feel good about it. But I'm sure the Bearcats would too to try to make the stop. Under center snap. Quarterback's going to keep it off the right side. We force him inside, and we do make the tackle. He only gains about 3.5 yards there, so it is going to set up a third down. That's that quarterback run that you were talking about.
Yeah, much better tackling there by Curly Brogman on that play.
You know, when you get the turnover on defense and your offense goes out and puts 7 on the board, that revitalizes you. You know, you come out with that little extra energy as opposed to just play after play, giving up chunk after chunk. So
turnovers can just deflate you and change momentum.
So a big 3rd and 6 here for the Indians. 6:49 and counting here in the fourth quarter, brought to you by the Peacock family. This has turned out to be a heck of a game to start the season. I remember last year, it was a long time before I felt like we had a really good competitive four-quarter game. We're getting one right off the bat this year.
Huge play right here.
Bad snap on the ground. Pressured. Tackle. Reese Taylor just got lucky to get on it when Aiden Cox, who just caught the big touchdown, makes the big play there. Snap rolls around the ground. That's what I was just saying, John. Even if you give up chunks, as long as you don't let up that big play, you give the offense the opportunity to make a mistake. And that's what they did there.
Yeah, and it looked like they were going to be forced to pass the ball, and they haven't done much of that this half. I saw Avery Smith's on the chat. He'd be kind of bored with this game because 4 or 5 pass attempts is not going to cut it.
Yeah. Well, hey, Aston Kirby didn't stop him from getting him one. Aston Kirby.
Yeah, he sure did.
We're going to send one man back. It's going to be number 8, Aston Kirby. Rugby style, rolling out right. Kick's going to get over Aston's head. And he's going to he's going to field it off the helmet. Woo, Crew Chandler. Thank goodness Crew Chandler.
Crew Chandler bailed us out.
So Aston Kirby, I was about to say he's probably going to let this bounce and get away. He went to try to field it, hit his face mask, and the defender went to tackle him, and luckily Crew Chandler, who was right there, was able to jump on it. So that's one of those plays by Crew Chandler you're not necessarily going to see in the box score, but could change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, that was absolutely huge. I think Aston got back late. He probably should just let that ball roll. Did the fire drill and got away from it, but he tried to fill it off a hop and ended up going off his face mask. And
that face mask is tricky, man. But they didn't have that problem back when the Bearcat program started in the 30s.
Didn't have to worry about the old face mask.
I need 2 more commercials.
Okay, we that Bearcat media guide, if y'all hadn't had a chance to see it, it's over 100 pages of stuff, and just it's how they were able to track down some of the stuff they were able to track down was amazing. It really is worth the time to go check it out. So make sure you do that. It's on all the Bearcat.com social media. First down, handoff up the middle, Ish Harris, and he's going to be brought down by none other than 32 Caden Pickens, who is trying to put some energy back in the crowd here in the defense here. It's going to be 2nd and 10, and you know what? If I was the Bearcats, I wouldn't be in much of a rush to get these plays off.
No, take your time.
It's not quite our MO to really drain the clock, but we don't have to snap it with 20 seconds left, And they're getting their calls. They're taking, they're
taking their
time. A little diligence, yeah. 2 receivers left, 1 right, tight end right. Ish Harris next to Wyatt Smith. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look to pass, pump fake, and then he's going to deliver a pass, and it's going to be intercepted. Oh no! How are they going to rule it? So there's not really. He's not pointing in the Indians' direction. He may be saying it's an incomplete pass. But there is a penalty down anyway, so we're going to see what happened here. We're going to try to sort this out when the officials do. But we have a flag, which I think is going to end up being on the Bearcats. What appeared to be an interception from here, but I'm not quite sure. So chop block on the Bearcats, which is declined, and they are ruling it an interception.
The ball.
Yep. So what happened there to try to break it down is Wyatt Smith, under duress, steps up, throws the ball. It was a little errant. It was right on the back shoulder of the receiver who had beat his man, but the receiver, because it was on the back shoulder, the defender was able to sneak in there and somehow get his arms on it and make the catch. So that is the Bearcats' first turnover of the game, and it could prove costly with 5:04 left in the fourth quarter. Bearcats 30, Indians 28, but they have the ball at the Pilot Point 32-yard line.
Yeah, now we're once again going to call on the defense to make some plays here.
A turnover and a huge sack that ended the last two drives. So the Bearcat defense is just got to continue doing what they've done the last couple drives. This is going to come down to the wire.
Had everything going our way up until that last play.
You know, you have to feel good when you're outpaced the other team's offense 320 to 177, and you're winning the turnover battle 3-1. But here we are, late in the fourth quarter, in a tight one.
Looks like Reese Taylor's jogging in from the sideline.
Yeah,
calling his own play.
Yeah, broken the huddle to the line of scrimmage. Two running backs, three receivers. Snap, handoff up the middle. And Ish Harris looked like he comes scraping quick and drives his feet. And that time he's running the running back into the backfield. So they're going to give him a no gain, but he ends up getting tackled 7 yards deep in the backfield.
Real nice play by Alex Puga right there.
So, you know, the rumor is Ish Harris is going to try to get himself some linebacker play at Texas A&M. If he comes down that hard and runs his feet that way, you know, he's going to be successful.
It's going to be a difference maker.
I like what we've done. You said defensive coordinator was good at making adjustments last year. Saw where we were getting gashed, and you put your best player in that position to try to make those stops. Since we've made that adjustment, we've done pretty well.
Yeah, it's worked.
Linebackers are playing close to the line of scrimmage as well. So shotgun formation.
Shotgun.
Yep.
Might throw it here.
Snap, back to pass. They're throwing it deep. Ashton Kirby getting his head around. It's a bit overthrown.
Good coverage.
Great coverage, Ashton Kirby.
Really good.
It's going to be 3rd and 10 here. That's well, we talked about the
difference between him and Crew Chandler there is Ashton got his head around.
Well, yeah, but you know, it's funny. We saw Ashton Kirby do exactly what Crew Chandler did earlier last year, and now a full year of experience. He's running stride for stride with the man, gets his head back. Great coverage.
Great coverage.
3rd and 10 for the Indians, so trying to take advantage of the Pilot Point miscue so far. Bearcat defense has been doing their part. 3rd and 10 from the Bearcat 32-yard line. Letting the play clock run. I think we're going to get an uppercut granite timeout. I don't know how they're going to get this off in 8 seconds. They do bang that timeout, and with that timeout, we're going to get two commercials in, and we'll be back. 3rd and 10, 4 minutes, 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bearcats up 30-28.
In 2014, Uppercut Granite was founded with the mission to provide the highest quality fabrication and installation services to home builders, homeowners, and commercial contractors in the DFW and southern Oklahoma areas. With more than 50 years of combined experience in the countertop fabrication industry, the partners of Uppercut Granite possess the skills and expertise necessary to complete even the most difficult projects. Visit Uppercut Granite showroom at 1235 JC Lane in Pilot Point, Texas, or call 940-765-3525 to schedule an appointment. Go Bearcats!
This is Shannon Stafford with Whitney Delcourt of IRIC Real Estate. Whitney Delcourt is my real estate professional for all my commercial land and real estate needs. Whitney always demonstrates the highest ethical, moral, and professional integrity. Whitney's impressive market knowledge, her hard-working, customer-focused style.
And we're back here. Big 3rd and 10. Man, this is a heck of a game to start the season. You know, drive all this way out here to Ardmore, Oklahoma on a beautiful night like this. You want to see some competitive football, here it is.
Never know what to expect with new guys in key positions, but it's been a great one.
Shotgun. Reese Taylor takes a snap, rolls out right. Looks like it's going to be a quarterback run. Linebacker scrape. And a big tackle there made by Curly Brockman. Reese Taylor tries to spin underneath him. He can't do it. That just barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Curly Brockman scrapes over the top and helps make the tackle. And we have an Indian down. So with that being said, the Bearcats are going to get an opportunity as the defense to talk about this 4th and 10. Indian offense is going to get that opportunity as well. But while they sort this out, we're going to step away for another quick break.
10 years ago, a Cowgirls Kennel opened with a unique approach to dog boarding. At a Cowgirls Kennel, your dog will stay in a 12 by 12 area. Let me say that again. Your dog will stay in a 12-foot by 12-foot area. That's larger than most guest bedrooms. If you have more than one dog, they can stay together. Their professional staff will give you the peace of mind so you can enjoy your trip. A Cowgirls Kennel is not just for dogs. They can accommodate your cat in their brand new catchawary. Make your reservations today at 940-600-2853. Your dogs will thank you for it. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital, Pilot Point, has been caring for animals around the Pilot Point area for the past 30 years. Large and small pets can expect a quality experience unmatched by other clinics. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point offers all the services you'd expect from your veterinarian. They provide preventative care, which includes vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs with their full service lineup. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point, where pets are family.
Hi, I'm Jackie Collins, and I am a wellness coach and owner of the Bearcat Nutrition Den. Do you want more energy to feel great, lose weight, and improve health? If your answer is yes, then get in touch today. Get your day started with the delicious healthy meal replacement shake and energizing tea. Come and see me today at the Nutrition Den located at 432 South Highway 377, Pilot Point, Texas. I'm Jackie Collins, and I look forward to seeing you guys.
And we're back. Big fourth down here to start the season for the Bearcat. Reese Taylor, the quarterback for the Indians, just went down on the play. It looks like he was stretching him out for some cramps. But that being said, he can't be in on this big fourth down here. So the Indians are going to set up in what looks to be a punt formation.
Clock's running.
They
at
only have
3:45.
one timeout, but they don't like their other options, and they are going to.
Oh, it's a very poor kick.
A 2-yard punt.
Wow.
On that fourth down there. That's I'm imagining not what they envisioned when they came out for that punt there. So, but you're in a bad situation there with your quarterback just went out. It's 4th and 10. Pin them deep, play some defense, and get one last run in at the end, which is what they're ultimately chosen to do. But the 2-yard punt is what throws everything off. Well,
wow.
you can tell. What the thing is the kid. I think it was Hannah. I think he's a freshman.
And
he knows he can't.
Reese Taylor's their punter.
Well,
so.
yeah, it's like, okay, well, don't boot it because we don't want a touchback. We want you to just poke it.
And you ease off too much.
Yeah, get in your own head there. Well, the Bearcats have an opportunity to close this out because the Indians only have one timeout. 3:22 left in the fourth quarter, up 30-20.
Got to secure the football.
3 referees are trying to get some things squared out on their end. I don't know exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah, the clock kept running after the punt.
So they're trying to reset the clock. They're trying to add about 18 seconds, 3 minutes, 40 seconds. The clock operators got that and now the clock is set. You always wonder I hope they can communicate that effectively with no microphones, but they got it done. So the Bearcats going to take the field. We got an H-back to Wyatt Smith's right, along with Ish Harris to his right. Trips right. Handoff up the middle, Ish Harris. He hits the hole hard, and he's going to carry a man, and he's going to gain 10 yards. That looks like it's going to be just enough for an Irick Real Estate first down. You know what? Ish Harris hit that hole there in between the middle. I hadn't seen one of those tonight with that big hole up the middle, and he hit it with some gusto there.
Yeah, he was had a little bit more juice on that run. Maybe he's feeling that we can close this thing out.
Well, thanks everybody on the chat tonight. Watching the game on the stream and on the YouTube stream. Got out here early, got things running, and this has been a heck of a game to start the 2021 season off, hasn't it?
It really has. Very competitive.
They had moved the chains. They'd set the ball. Everything was set for first down. The 3 referees got together after all that had been done and said, yeah, you're right, it's first down, and went ahead and pointed at it. So that's an Irick Real Estate first down, 3:22 and counting in the fourth quarter, brought to you by the Peacock family. Let's get a Bearcat Nutrition Den big play here with Ish Harris right up the middle.
Man, that'd be
Snap.
nice.
He's getting the carry. He's going to bounce a tackle. He's going to go at least 10 yards here.
Stay in bounds.
And he runs out of bounds at about maybe 9.5. And as he runs out of bounds, I think you can see, the regret in his face. You see that? As he got out of bounds, I think he realized, I should have stayed in.
Yeah. It's where you just kind of slide just to stay in bounds, keep that clock running.
So because he ran out of bounds about a half-yard shy of the first down. So it's going to be spotted at the 50-yard line, second, about a half yard for the Bearcats. 3:03 clock stop because he went out of bounds. Looking over to T. Marsh in the orange to get the play call. Pistol formation. Ish Harris behind Wyatt Smith. Takes a snap. Dive to Ish Harris. He's going to get just enough Irish Real Estate first down to about the Indian 48-yard line. Now we're under 3. Clock stop. They're going to, it's high school. We're going to stop the clock to move the chains. And they have cycled to start the clock, so we've got 2:57 and counting. Bearcats with a fresh set of downs here.
Yeah, nice blocking by Alfonso Ortiz right there.
Offensive line, they've played well today.
Yeah, they really have. And defensive line, really. There's a lot was asked of them in this second half. Had to shuffle some guys in and out, get some fresh bodies in there.
After a tough couple of drives, they've really answered the call. First and 10 for the Bearcats at the Indian 48. Wyatt Smith handoff to Ish Harris. He's going to try to bounce it, and he breaks a tackle, cuts back inside, and gets to about the 45-yard line of the Indians. Tough run there for him. Tried to bounce it, broke a tackle, came back between the tackles, and picked up about 3 yards there.
It looked like they had him at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to break the tackle. And
yeah, they're gonna spell Ish Harris. He's had a big workload today. Really helped that linebacker core here in this fourth quarter, make some stops. Curly Brockman going to come in on this second down.
Secret weapon.
2nd and 7. That's a tough kid, man.
Let's go, Curly. Secure that football.
Wyatt Smith helping get lined up. Snap. Handoff to Curly Brockman. He's going to stutter step again. He needs to get the second hand on the ball, but that's a good carry. A few stutter steps. He's going to set us up with a 3rd and 2, and the Plainview Indians are going to take their 3rd and final Uppercut Granite timeout, and the Bearcats are a first down away from clinching the first win of the season. With that timeout, we're going to step away, and we're going to come back, and we're going to bring you the rest of the game without any commercial interruptions.
Hey Bearcat fans, time is running out to be a webcast sponsor for the 2021 Pilot Point football season. Last year, our Pilot Point webcast had just under 30,000 views. If you want an advertisement that speaks directly to the community of Pilot Point, our webcast ads are the way to go. Contact us today and we'll find an advertising opportunity that fits your budget. Don't miss your chance to be part of a winning team. Go Bearcats! For the best Mexican food experience, visit Uncle Beto's Mexican Restaurant on the corner of Liberty Street and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. Uncle Beto's offers the freshest and most authentic flavors that you can only find in the best Mexican cuisine. Dine in, or if you prefer curbside service, call Uncle Beto's at 940-686-0143 and order your food to go. Be sure to make Uncle Beto's a part of your game night routine either before the game or up until 10 p.m. on game night. Uncle Beto's is ready to serve all you hungry football fans. Uncle Beto's is a family-owned and operated business proudly supporting the Pilot Point Bearcats.
3rd and 3 here for the Bearcats, minute 38. Plainview Indians out of timeouts. Ish Harris back in the backfield. Ish Harris has a 4-yard per carry average tonight. If we get 4 yards here, it's going to move the Bearcats to 1-0 on the season. Wyatt Smith under center, hard count, can't get the jump. Look over to the sideline for the call.
Big play right here, boys.
Yeah, we're going to keep it under center. And we're going to snap it. Hand it to Ish Harris up the middle. Throws his own blocker out of the way and gets enough for the Irish Real Estate first down. And with that, we got a minute 33 left. No clock stoppages between now and the end. I imagine victory formation, a couple knees, and the Bearcats move to 1-0 on the year. So anything can happen from here out. So we don't want to start counting it in the win column until the clock's hit 000.
Still a minute 33 left.
I don't know. Okay, we got to get the play clock, or got to get the game clock running. All right, so the play clock started running way before the game clock started running.
The officials just started the game clock. They reset the play clock now. Play clock's at 20.
Well, it ended up working out in our favor.
Yeah, time's at 1:10.
Yeah, so 16 seconds left in the play clock, a minute and 7 counting. So let's make sure we secure the center quarterback exchange here. Snap, knee. There's one knee, one more knee. We'll call this a game. So I've had a history over last year and even tonight of jinxing us by saying some certain things, so I'm not even going to get into the material I have to get into until after we secure this next snap and knee.
40 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, hey. I think it's only happened one time I remember with Herm Edwards way back in the day with the Eagles. Something happened late in that game with the knee. Wyatt Smith under center. Takes the snap and secures his first win as a Bearcat starter. This is going to move the Bearcats to 53-19-5 in season openers, make them 26-10-2 on the road, and it will move the Bearcats to 12-1 in program history when scoring exactly 30 points. And a stat like that is we're only able to bring that to you for the tireless work that Chance and Travis put in the offseason finding that. So the Bearcats, like I said, have moved to 12-1 in program history when scoring exactly 30 points. 1-0 on the season, 2-0 in this little out-of-state battle with the Plainview Indians. 2 hard-fought games in 2 years. Last year was a little hard-fought, hot and heavy. Plainview came hot and heavy at the end. This year it was competitive from the jump.
Throughout, yeah.
It looked to be, 3-4 lead changes, handfuls of ties. But the Bearcats are going to get out of the state of Oklahoma 1-0 in program history. And this is the Bearcats' 601st win in program history. And Coach Danny David moves to 5-0 in season openers with the Bearcats. Let's take one last dive into the Riney Construction stat sheet here. These are going to be as accurate as we can make them. I'm sure Coach Marsh and the Bearcat Insider is going to have a few adjustments to some of these. Passing, Wyatt Smith in his debut, 11 of 26, 242 yards, and a touchdown and an interception. The QB rating is 72.9. Ish Harris, 24 carries, 93 yards, 3 touchdowns. Curly Brockman, 2 carries, 6 yards. Wyatt Smith did have 4 carries for -4 yards. And then we go to the receiving game. Aiden Cox, 5 for 99 yards and a touchdown. Aston Kirby, 4 for 119. Ish Harris had 1 catch on an 18-yard screen pass. Preston Webb, 1 for 6 as well. That brings the Pilot Point team stats: 242 yards through the air, 95 on the ground, 337 yards of total offense. We did have 1 turnover. Flip over to the opponents, the Plainview Indians. 1 for 6 through the air as a team. Reese Taylor, 1 for 5, 14 yards. Graves, 0 for 1 with an interception. Rushing-wise, got Normans and Pickens combined for 8 carries for about 53 yards. Reese Taylor, 16 for 110, including he had the 60-yard touchdown run early in the game. Gillum, number 1, 17 carries, 63 yards, which brings their team totals 14 yards passing, 163 yards rushing, so only 177 yards of total offense. Bearcat defense showed out tonight. Also forced 3 turnovers. And I think in a 2-point game, you can't look at much else than winning the turnover battle 3-1 is why you got out of here with a win.
Yeah, same as last year. There was two big fumble recoveries by the Bearcats last year, and same thing this year, except we got that nice little interception from Aston as well.
All right, guys, so that's it from here from Plainview Stadium in Ardmore, Oklahoma. Bearcats 30, Indians 28. What to look for this week? You're going to have Bearcat Insider. I think they said they're going to try to get it out Sunday or Monday, recapping this week's game, followed by a scouting report soon after that. You're going to have the Custom Roofing and Construction pregame show that's going to go live 8 p.m. Thursday night with guest Mike Phillips of Fit Body Gym. John and I will be together, and we will recap what we saw tonight. We will interview Coach Phillips, and then we will preview next week's game against All Saints at home at Massey Stadium. Follow pilotpointbearcats.com, all of our social media handles.
Subscribe to that YouTube channel.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you make sure you don't miss anything that we do with the Bearcats. I want to thank Roger Marsh, our producer. Can't be on the air without him. Chance Kirby, Travis Marsh putting this all on. Chris Nortman here doing our stats this year. It was a heck of a game tonight, and we're going to sign off here. Pilot Point Bearcats 30, Plainview Indians 28. All the fans here, have a safe ride home. Everybody else, enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. And we will see you live Friday night at home at Massey Stadium.